Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
All right, are we live?
We're live, yeah.
We're live. Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Who's back?
In the house.
Who?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
Easty!
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, dude, thanks for coming back. And it's
Appreciate
funny,
you.
No, thanks for having me back.
I was hyped when you
You're always
texted us
here.
last week. You said you wanted to get back into it because I was thinking we need a little more sports talk in here.
I was a little
know?
bored.
I was a little bored.
I
What have you been doing? What's Easty been doing lately?
Well, I just really quickly, before anyone who's listening right now who's maybe not familiar, if you've been listening to Boston's Big Four, Boston's Big Podcast since the beginning,
Yeah.
this is the founder.
Yeah.
I believe you've said, Jack, this your idea was to do the podcast.
Yes.
So
Yes, it
the
started
reason we're
because
doing
of this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
absolutely.
is the founder, the king.
well, I saw.
And the name Boston's Big Podcast. We were like overthinking, like trying to come up with a name. And
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I came up with Boston's Big Podcast. but
Eastman,
we'll talk about
Eastman
it.
did.
No
Well,
way.
Eastman did.
Look at the
He
old
did.
episodes. Is that what you called them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
before you
yeah.
were
No
there.
way.
That's what we
Oh,
called it. Yeah.
All right. Hey, look.
Yeah.
BBP.
Yep.
Let
Boston's
the record
Big
show.
Podcast.
Let the record show.
And
yeah.
we were recording on a phone, which was hilarious.
In the first
It
episode.
seemed okay at the time, but now that would just be unacceptable
Oh well,
in today's climate.
the funniest one was
It was crazy.
was the one we did at Hot Jazz on the phone.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Rest in peace,
I
Jason
don't think-
Trask.
I was
Rest in
there
peace.
for that one, and I was like, "How is this gonna work with the DJ playing loud
You could still hear
music?"
it. You could still hear it.
Could
it was
you?
listenable.
Yeah, and then Tommy came through.
Yep.
I think I'm on that episode.
We had some sloppy episodes. It got real messy towards the end. People walking in and interrupting. Yeah.
Yep, and
But we learned.
yeah,
It was all a learning experience. It never
Yeah.
would have. We never would have. You know, it started there basically, and it started with this guy suggesting that we do a podcast.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate it.
And he's
So
back.
for
he's
those
back.
who think this is a new guy, he's actually always been here.
I'm
Just want
an
people
old
to know.
man.
and he's always been welcome back on the podcast anytime, and he knows that.
Anytime.
So
yeah. I just well.
So we'll
I like-
to reintroduce himself.
But you know, I had to take some time away.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
We did
you
too.
guys, but you guys kept everything going and you took it to new levels. And we're in a bond now. We
We're in
came
the
up from the
bond.
basement.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
in the bond,
not an
baby.
attic, people. Everyone says it's an attic. People think it's an attic.
I could see why you'd think that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's a barn, and I don't know if that's better, but it is. It's just it's what this
It's
is.
what we got. It's a nice little space.
We came up from the basement, baby.
May not
Yeah.
be much, but it's mine.
But
Yeah.
you know, I was doing some music, and so I did that for a while. I'm still
Hell
doing
yeah.
it, but not as much as I'd like to be.
Shout out Mass Made.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
Mass Made. You put out an album last
Shout out
year.
Mass Made.
Beginning
Yeah.
of 2023, you put out an album.
Yep, 29 days since yesterday.
Yep. Way Down is my shit. I love that song.
That's a good
Still
song.
listen to that
Very
one.
relevant. Way myth. Way down.
Hell
Everything.
yeah.
Good.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Weymouth. But yeah, I did that, and then I left my old job, got a new job, and got some more free time, and I needed to fill it with my dogs.
Hell yeah. Appreciate
that.
you, bro.
Yeah.
Good to have you back.
It feels good to be back.
Nothing like hanging with the boys, mate.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah,
This
mate.
is the
Fuck
best.
yeah.
This is the best.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we've all known each other for, God, how many years now?
Like
17.
17
no.
years.
2007.
Owen's about to lie.
Yeah, I
but-
was gonna say because since we're all 19,
Yeah.
we've all known each other maybe like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, just a couple of years.
Yeah.
yeah. But no, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
OG crew.
The real we like first days of high school, we were friends. Like we
yeah.
met before
Since
school
the first
started.
days of
yeah.
high school, definitely.
Always the homies. And for those who don't know, we all came from different towns.
Yes.
Regional high school.
All on the South
Yeah.
Shore, though.
Regional high school, prestigious high school.
yeah.
Yep. Very good at sports.
Fly high.
Yeah,
typically.
yeah. We've
Yeah.
definitely said it before, but we're not going to say it now to keep the mystique.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
back and listen to the other episodes. We've said it somewhere.
Do your homework. Donde está la tarea?
Yeah, donde está, dude?
Donde
está
está?
the rest?
Donde
Shout
está
out to
the
Mr.
rest?
Smith. That's really where it started.
He's the dean now.
This
is too many
grade,
clues.
Our ninth grade math class. Our ninth grade math class is actually where it started. We were all in that class, and we were goofing off a little bit.
I'm still in your phone. The nickname that I was given in that class.
Oh, and Blades of Steel.
That's so funny.
Jack
That'll
was
never
Goose.
change. I was Goose. Talk to me, Goose.
Yeah, because no one, by the way, crazy knew Top Gun.
No.
And that's why, 19-year-olds don't usually get Top Gun. So.
I learned about it from him calling me Goose, I think.
No, he said he leaned over your shoulder and was like, "Talk to me, Goose."
Yeah, or
like,
he would put his marker next to my face and be like, "Don't move your face."
Yeah, that was crazy, dude. That was honestly, that was probably like, I don't know if you could actually do that anymore.
That's
you know
stupid.
what I mean?
You should
It's
be able
like-
to do that. That's good fun.
It's abuse.
First of all, vandalism. You can't do anything with pens
Those
and
coyotes are
pencils.
scary.
Those coyotes were terrifying.
Yeah,
If
people
you
don't
guys-
know what
that's-
we're talking about. Right?
That's literal
Yeah.
defamation
This
of
is,
property.
This is all inside baseball, and honestly, this is what you're getting this episode. This is the boys, you guys. We are the boys.
We're bringing it back.
We called
The
episode
boys are
124
back.
"The Boys Are Back."
Boys are back.
This episode is "The Boys Are Back."
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
The Boys Are Back. Electric Boogaloo.
So, you guys have been doing a lot of big interviews. You've been,
Appreciate you calling them big. Yeah.
We've been getting back
think-
into it.
You know, I think they're big. I just think everything you guys do is big. You guys go, you know,
Boston's
you go out
big.
Boston's big. Boston's
That's right.
big 4. Boston's
in the
big
name.
podcast. Boston's big Jack. Boston's big Owen.
Boston's big boys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, we've been having fun. It's been good getting back into the podcast. We got the new spot now, Stainless Studios, we call it.
Yeah,
Stainless
aka
Studios
the
at
Barn
Dig It.
House.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, super fun. But yeah, we've been having. I always have fun. Like this has been super fun for me. Like the events, going to meet people, talk to people. But like this again started like with you, like going to your events. Like you were the musician.
That's
I knew,
true,
like,
actually. That's
growing
true.
up. So I would always go to like your stuff, meeting Hush and like those guys. Hush still comes up. People know Hush everywhere.
yeah.
So
Everyone knows Hush, yeah.
yeah, like just you like definitely were a driving force in that, and like me getting the bug to like I talk about your open mic night all the time on this podcast, dude. That was like my glory days.
That was-
we need more. I want more of them, dude.
Dude, if that place was still around,
We'd be rocking it.
oh yeah.
I
Never
got
would've
the
stopped.
equipment to run it myself way too late. I should have had it before because I didn't have a PA system, and then like we didn't have reliable DJs for a while, or like people kept getting busy, and then it was like I was like I could do it. I'm like I just don't have the stuff. And then I got the stuff, and then it closed, and I was like, "Oh man,
And then-
so close!" Yeah,
I mean,
I still could do it somewhere. I guess I just don't know who needs an open mic. We'll figure it out. I guess.
yeah, I don't know if I'd do it again just because I was a little different back in those days.
Yeah, it is
I'd
what it
still
is,
I'd
you know?
still attend and I'd probably still run it, but it definitely wouldn't be the same scene that it was back then.
And I don't think it should be. I think it could be better. I
oh,
think
yeah.
there's a lot of things we learned from those days that
Oh,
we
yeah.
can make it better
It's
now.
all a learning
yeah.
experience. I mean, the fact that you did it is great,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it was a way for me to get people in the doors, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember
I got a little money, and
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Well, it's not even about. I guess that's not a perk for sure. But I feel like in the beginning, you kind of, especially, it's hard to keep that traction of it. But you had like musician friends coming in and doing like a practice set and stuff, like
Yeah.
giving their USB to the DJ, coming up and like, this is something you might be performing at the Middle East on Friday, but you're gonna run it here tonight, like just to
Just
get
practice
everything.
your shit.
So like, if there's a place, we were talking about this on the Trollmania episode. There's not many places where like you get a chance to do that, or it's like there's certain places that are like really for bands, like, and I don't know if you maybe could do it. I guess to be honest, sound off in the comments, guys, please, because I want to know like where you can work out a set without booking yourself as an artist. There's like nowhere that I know you can practice
Yeah.
unless you just practice at home or like in front of your friends.
I mean,
Where
we
do you
had
do-
we had the paper. You sign up. You want to come and
Yeah,
practice
it's
your
great.
shit.
And I would just harass Steve to do karaoke all the time. The Tenacious D boy, that was me.
Then we had Benny Soaks, Ben jamming so cool,
Shout
That
out
dude
Benny
was
Stokes.
always playing depressing songs.
He'd
but
make me
It was
sad,
cool.
yeah.
and then he played Get Low acoustic. Get
That
Low.
was so funny. He played the
Oh,
funniest things.
skeet skeet.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Those were the good old days.
If you wanted to get supported by regulars at a local watering hole, that was the spot to go
was
at
the
because
spot.
they didn't care who you were. They there was always a good crowd
Except
there.
for that
you know?
one time, some lady was like, "Play some real music." She
Oh,
got
and then-
removed.
And then,
She got
and then
removed.
CJ told her to leave.
yeah. Shout out CJ.
I do remember that actually. Oh man.
Yeah, he told her to remove the cobwebs.
Yeah. That sounds right. Yeah.
Shout out to CJ.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out Chuck D's.
damn.
But
So, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say, times have changed, but it's like Jack said, it's all a learning experience, and it's brought us to where we're at today.
Yeah.
Here in the barn,
In the barn.
Stainless Studios,
Stainless
and
Studios.
the first podcast we did was the night Josh McDaniels turned around the plane and
Oh man.
came on home, and
It was right after the Malcolm Butler thing though, right?
no, it was literally on the news was that because he was going to
Are
be
you
hired
sure?
by
I thought the
Colts.
first episode was the day after the Super Bowl against the Eagles.
I feel like
think
we
it
can find
was.
this out.
No,
We can find this out.
we can definitely find this out.
Wait,
but
look
I'm
it
al-
up. Isn't
Let
it
me
on
look it up.
Spotify?
Let me
I'm
look
almost-
it up on Spotify.
I'm almost positive
All right.
our first episode started with breaking news that Josh McDaniels was not going to be the head coach
I
of the
think that was
Colts.
the second one, dude. I think that was the second one. We're gonna
All right.
find out.
Yeah, let's find out.
This was 2018.
Yeah, maybe it was right after the Eagles Super Bowl.
We were talking about Malcolm Butler and why he didn't play. I think.
We must have been bitter.
Oh, we were pissed,
I hated that happened.
dude. Episode 1. Why didn't Malcolm Butler play? That's the name of the episode.
All right, well,
There we go.
well, that doesn't mean that McDaniels didn't turn the plane around at the same time.
He might have.
right,
It happened shortly after. Yeah, that could
Hey
have been the
guys,
same.
what do you
thing.
think it takes logistically to get a plane to turn around, other than like diarrhea or threats? You know what I,
I don't
mean?
think diarrhea
Especially
can
when
get
you're
turned
in
around.
the
Could
state.
be a
that-
hazard, dude. What if you gotta
I'm
get?
pretty sure he was in Indiana when they turned around too,
Interesting.
or he didn't get off the plane or whatever. He didn't,
I think they landed. Right?
yeah, they probably landed.
I think
and
they
then
landed
he just,
and he just
I'm
like
not.
stayed on the plane.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
They
going
was
back
"Nah,
to Foxborough.
Take off again.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
Well, fuck the Colts, anyways.
Fuck the Colts. Yeah. Always fuck the Colts. They, the whole Deflategate thing. It's
Yeah.
just absurd.
Get over it.
45-7, LeGarrette Blunt running all over you, and you're gonna complain about the balls being deflated. It's
Yeah,
insane.
exactly.
Yeah, that's some excuses.
But
I,
what were
I
we
was going to
saying?
ask about this hat here.
Oh,
No free shit.
No
Is-
free shit.
that's Nems, right?
Yeah.
Gorilla
Okay, so
Nems. Fuck your life.
I was thinking it ain't shit free. I thought that was a Hefe hat.
Similar.
Oh, okay.
Similar.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
no-
also think a no mas free. Shout out John Glass.
Yeah. Shout out John Glass. And
That's a sick hat though. I just wanted to ask. I thought that might have been a Hefe.
kind of fucked up. I'm wearing it actually because
come?
Nems is from Brooklyn, and this
Oh.
this is Boston's
That's
Big
all right.
Four.
We like Nems. Nems is funny. He does a lot of songs with terminology.
Yeah.
We like terminology.
Yeah, we do.
So yeah, Nems is Nems is hilarious.
Obviously, I'd fuck with Nems, but
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he's
I watch the
don't ever
Don't Ever
disrespect
Disrespect Me
Oh,
videos
man.
all
Those
the
are
time.
hilarious.
He's
Those are
ruthless.
so funny, dude. He's like off the top. He's a good comedian.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
dude. I mean, he just roasts people.
He just
How
roasts
many of
people.
those
He's
videos do you
unbelievable.
think he has to throw away because it's not a good burn? Like
I don't think he does. Honestly, he just seems like a natural with
I
it.
love what was the one? There was a. It's on like the famous video. He's like, never disrespect me looking like a Puerto Rican Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He's like,
but
that
the
Puerto
guy-
fucked
Rican
up part
Jay Z.
is,
Shout out Bodie Rock, the Puerto Rican
yeah,
Jay Z
yeah.
on Dogs.
am I combining things? Is that what
Yeah,
that is?
you might be.
That's crazy. Let's Google that. Oh wait, maybe they've collabed. Has Bory Rock collabed with Nems? I feel like they
I
could
don't
know
know.
each other.
There's a good chance they've crossed paths,
Makes sense.
but I don't know if
Anyways,
they've collabed.
Bory Rock. I know you watch these. So I'll sound off in the comments if that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely does, and Nems does too. So
Oh, yeah,
they'll,
Nems is watching.
they'll tell us. They'll confirm.
Yeah, sound
Yeah.
off in the comments, guys,
Yeah, we know
and
that.
thank me for wearing your hat.
Yeah,
That is a nice hat.
They always do what we ask and watch all our episodes.
And they like it, and they subscribe.
So we got them
Just
wrapped
like you
around
guys
that
should.
finger, pretty much.
Yeah. People, when we tell them, we're like, subscribe.
Yeah.
They do it. Look at our numbers. It's
Yeah, we've only asked
Immediate.
146 people so far, but
Crazy.
they've all done it.
100% success rate. Yeah.
That's not a bad success rate.
Yeah. As
Pretty
far as
good.
I'm aware, I don't know if we can get better.
Seriously though, more people need to subscribe to our YouTube. So just
And
saying
now's a
that
good
right
time
now.
to do
Yeah.
it.
Clip it.
Yeah. Clip it.
Take the 3 seconds.
We want
will ya?
500 by Christmas.
Click it.
That would actually be a sick Christmas gift. Did you guys give us
500 by
subscribers?
Christmas. That's what we're going
You know
for.
what actually be a better one? Get us to 1,000 so we can monetize because clearly we're struggling.
Yeah.
We're out here in the barn.
Freezing my ass off.
Hey, we're still going to be in the barn.
You're right. No, I'm not like it's not like the Patreon money is going to get us out of the barn, but we can.
No, I mean
we'll be all right.
even if we made $1 million, we're still going to be in the barn.
I was going to say the barn's here to stay.
The barn's
This is
just
the
where
spot.
it's at.
This is
yeah.
I've always been in barns. My
Yeah.
life is barns.
Yeah.
What are you, a horse?
Shout out to the.
Well, I grew up next to a barn. Also, there was my homie's barn,
Yeah.
similar to this.
Shout out to
Shout out
the
the
homie's
homie.
barn in
Yeah.
Shout out the
Hanover,
homie in the barn.
Massachusetts. If you,
you
know,
guys
you know.
know the barn. Yeah, if you know the barn, you've been.
Fuck yeah, man.
And now I have my barn, so it's like so interesting how that's worked, you know.
It all comes full circle.
But yeah, I'm
Just
a barn
like-
boy, I guess.
So,
Just like the earth is round.
Barn boy
if you
t-shirts
leave the
coming
door
soon.
open and
Barn
someone
boy.
says, "What were you raised in a barn?" You say, "Yeah, I was."
I was like, actually, yes. It's kind of crazy you'd say that out loud. Yeah, but we outside.
Also, not many barns in Boston, so it's cool that you got
No.
a Boston barn.
Oh yeah, I feel like I honestly am wondering like how many there could be.
Is this the only barn in Boston?
There has to be another one. There is a farm. There's a farm nearby.
It's
So
not
it's-
as big as this barn, though. This is Boston's big barn.
This is Boston's big barn.
Yeah.
Wow, why did we not think of that already, too? That's crazy.
I feel like we might have said that on the first episode coming back. Sound off in the comments on the Boys Are
I like
Back
Stainless Studios. I also like Boston's big barn, though. It
episode.
can
I
have
like that
multiple
too.
names.
Yeah.
AKA, AKA.
I love the AKAs. Yeah, you know
yeah.
me. Dude, so speaking of you know me, my catchphrase, how have you been staying busy, dude? You mentioned you got the new job. You still making music? Are you making tracks right now that we can expect to come out?
Yeah, I got like 3 or 4 solo songs that I've been working on with Hush. Shout out Hush. And I got a couple songs. Well, me and Sean Smoke were working on an EP together.
Shout out.
Did a couple collabs with Hush and a couple other people. Yeah, shout out Smoke too. Yeah, you. But you know, just I honestly ain't really been writing too much lately. I don't know, just not feeling as inspired. So just working on the shit that I got. I mean, it's all pretty much finished. I just gotta tighten up some loose ends, and you know, then I'll drop a handful, and we'll see. I don't know.
right.
We'll see where it goes.
Well, I like that approach because
I
it's
do
like
too.
you're not forcing the
Don't,
lyrics.
you don't have to
like-
map it all out and everything. It just kind of,
I'll be
go with the
honest.
flow.
I've been on like a non-rap kick for like the past like
Really?
What,
6
like
months.
listening wise?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been.
It happens. It does
Should
happen.
we read our 5 most recently listened to songs again?
Should
Or
we
am I
do
gonna
that?
get
We did this
embarrassed?
last night.
Oh,
No,
we
I'm
could
just
do-
kidding. I was
I-
like, I want
I-
to get embarrassed.
Yeah,
again.
let's go.
Well, I wasn't here last time,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
do it. You guys don't have
Whatever
to do
app you listen on, give us
You know
your.
what?
Go to your recently. You
It-
use Spotify, right?
it. Yeah, I use Spotify.
Yeah, I think what was it? History, and then it's like
Go to
your
recently
repeats or
played.
something.
Oh, I go to on repeat.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All right, so on
Give
repeat,
us your top 5 on repeat.
the top 5 on repeat. All right, now I'm gonna look like a liar.
See, you can't get away from the rap music.
No, I can't. So we'll start with number 5.
Yep.
We'll go work our way up. Number 5 is "Get By" by Jelly Roll.
Shout out Jelly Roll.
4 is "Blue Strips" Millie's.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. "Ain't No Love in Oklahoma" Luke Combs.
Okay.
Scriptures, Sea-Lance, shout out Sea-Lance.
Okay.
Ransom and Chino XL.
Okay.
R.I.P. Chino
R.I.P.
XL.
Chino.
And number 1, which is a surprise to me, but I was heavy on this song for it was literally on repeat for like 3 weeks. Was
$1 Million Baby.
yes, sir.
I told you about that song.
You did.
At
And
Burke's
then-
wedding. You didn't know about it.
You know what it was? I fucking heard it on a commercial, and I was like, "That's got to be the song Jack was talking about."
Yeah.
And I was
It's
like,
addicting for like a little while, and then you play it a million times, and you're like, all right, I'm over it.
That's exactly
that's,
what
That's what
happened.
I did too. Yeah, that's why I suggested it when I RSVP'd to Burke's wedding, and they had that thing for the song. I put it in there, and then by the time the wedding happened, I was like, I don't even like that song anymore.
but no,
Also, they didn't play any of the songs that we requested.
I know, right?
At that wedding,
Yeah.
they never DJs don't do that.
Yeah.
No, they
also,
don't
like, no one was on the dance floor for a lot of it, I feel like.
Well, we weren't, but I feel like the family has to.
That's true.
That's
Well,
the thing
no.
about weddings. You got to do it. If you're in the family, you got to stay on the dance. floor.
Shout out Sam Mullen. He kept bringing us back.
He did. He was like, "You guys gotta come
he's
back."
like, "What? It's getting low out there. Come on." And I was.
I'm always down to cut a rope.
I was well fed.
Yeah, I was well fed that wedding also. That was I like to dance at weddings, but I like to take a break. I don't want to feel like I have to dance the whole time. That's my favorite part about the snack station. I just go grab.
I usually dance a lot at weddings.
I'm
but
not
I don't
much
know.
of a dancer.
I do both.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, I've gotten more comfortable doing it. I used to be kind of like nervous dancing in front of people back in the day, unless it was like specific scenarios, like if we're like out and there's like clearly no judgment. But like I used to be like, everyone's watching me. We're at this wedding. Like I can't be too crazy, right? Or
I got a
like I don't know
two-step.
how to even dance like correctly. Like
A couple
what is
cocktails helps with that usually.
for sure. But nowadays, I just feel it. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
works. I feel like I'm a good dancer. I feel like I'm a great dancer.
You are a great dancer.
Yeah, you definitely
You think you
are.
are, then you are.
I definitely just stand there. I don't do no dancing.
You just got to do the twist.
I don't think I'm a good
And then
dancer,
point
but
at
I'll
people.
dance.
You just gotta point at people, and that really gets the like they don't look at you after that because it's like whoa, whoa.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have
You
been
just
known.
got to go up to a stranger and give him the.
Well, I was gonna say I've been known to rip the lawnmower on the dance
Oh,
floor.
yeah. What about the sprinkler too?
I haven't done the sprinkler, but the
No?
shopping cart too. The fucking,
These are classic white guy dance moves.
Yeah.
Or
I
just
got-
like pretend to fight your friend like from Always Sunny. You're just like,
I've seen you do that one before. Actually.
oh yeah, you did that one's on a story somewhere.
Yeah. Oh,
That
yeah.
was
But yeah, I don't know. I just I don't know. I always like being the entertainer that didn't dance.
Yeah.
You know? So
hey, you gotta say
Dancing
have a
good.
You're
lane,
like, if
That's my
anyone
thing.
wants me to rap, I can do that.
you want me to rap at your wedding?
Yeah. You did perform at our prom,
I did.
our senior prom in high school.
That's
Eastman
pretty
one song.
iconic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. I still I can't find any video of it, but
Damn.
there's a couple pictures and it brings it all back.
Oh, yeah.
White tux.
Yeah, dude, you were balling that
Legendary.
night.
Yeah. I had to
Legendary.
be
You had the blue tux
the blue tux.
with the blue hat to
Yeah,
match.
blue Seattle
Bold
Mariners
move wearing
hat.
a hat with a tux. That was crazy.
Yeah, I had to do it upright.
You did.
But they cut my set because remember
Really?
I was supposed to do
They
like
did
3
cut
songs.
your set. I remember that.
Wait, why?
I don't know. I think they got nervous.
They got nervous.
Were you saying too
gonna-
many curse words?
I didn't. No, they wouldn't let me curse.
Okay.
I edited myself. I'm
Okay.
Maybe they just
I'm a man
thought-
of the people.
Yeah.
once they saw it happening, maybe they got too excited.
I think they did.
Yeah. They were like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Some of the female teachers had to leave.
I did notice that.
When they played music at our prom, would they play explicit songs or was it all clean? I don't remember.
I believe, you know what's crazy? I have distinct memories in middle school dances, like 7th
Explicit
grade.
songs.
They
Yeah.
didn't play the clean versions.
I remember that too.
And then the next year they did. I think they learned their lesson
Mm-hmm.
or something. But I'm pretty sure our school was playing clean versions.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
probably.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there was.
DJ Tim was on that shit.
Yeah.
DJ Tim was on top.
It was somebody's father, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about it another
Oh yeah,
time.
yeah. No, I
It was-
remember. I remember. Yeah.
Dude, that I
On the ones and twos.
Yeah, that dude was definitely on top of it.
he definitely and it was funny because I didn't know that. I remember being so thrown off. Like I'm assuming like they just hired some guy to
Yeah.
DJ, and I look and I'm like, it's like a familiar face DJing. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
Well, I don't know why they cut my set actually, because I performed the same year at a sophomore junior dance.
What? Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and it was at school
Oh no way.
in the cafeteria.
Huh.
And you know, your boy got to make a show out of it.
Of course, yeah.
So,
Oh, so maybe they were like, oh, this is that guy.
I had 3 songs. I did 3 songs that night, and the first song I did up on the bridge above the cafeteria.
Oh, that's legendary.
Second
That is
song
sick, yeah.
was like 10 minutes later. I came out on the right across, like if you look directly across from the bridge. So now I'm closer to the people because they're all dancing below me. Went right into the third song.
That's where they had it.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Went right
We
into,
had a dance there once too,
went right into the
did
third
they?
song.
Yeah, maybe.
like
yeah.
sophomore year or something, or freshman year.
I always thought it was usually the gym,
Freshman soiree. I think we had in the cafeteria. Pretty sure.
though. Oh my god. Yeah.
I didn't do no soirees.
I went to that for some reason.
But the third song, I came down the stairs and got into the crowd. You know your boy gonna make a show out of it.
Yeah.
Love
But
it.
that was my
Did
first.
Mike cut out going down those stairs, or do you go
No,
in
it was
between?
wireless.
Yeah, but like going down the stairs though, there's like a wall in between you for a minute, right?
Oh, it's-
No, it's open. It's open
You're
again.
going down the stairs.
Down the stairs right there,
yeah, it's all open there.
right above guidance.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But you have
Above,
to
like,
go
the main-
around though. Like there's still walls that end up in between you.
Not
Apparently
really.
They had some good.
If I was standing at the
Anyways, whatever. I wasn't there. We'll figure it out. Whatever.
But yeah, no. So
Yeah.
that was my actual first ever performance. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Okay.
It was that, and then prom, and then the Demp show that
Yes.
Jack
I
came up
performed
and
at that
performed
one.
at. Owen was at.
at the Moose Lodge in Plymouth, Mass.
Yep.
No, I don't think I was at this. To be honest,
You
with
weren't at that one?
I don't think so. I never saw Jack on stage. I know the picture. I know the.
Oh yeah,
picture of
Jack
And
was
then
up
we
there.
went to the Cape afterwards.
We did go to the Cape afterwards.
Yeah,
Shout
there's
out
no
the Cape
way.
House.
No way I was involved in this. That's after prom.
No, well,
After
we
that
did that
other
after
show.
prom too. But after the Demp show,
after
we
the
went
Demp
to,
show, and
Oh,
we went to
wow,
down
okay,
to Cape
okay.
House.
yeah,
Crazy.
and yeah, that was my first legit show, and I had to
That
bring
was
my
fun.
dog up here.
That's
That was
sick,
fun,
dude.
and we met Air. They remember Air.
Yeah, and now they
And they got like they blew up after that. It was these two kids from somewhere on the South Shore, I think, and then they stopped, and now one of them is in a band called Surfer Girl that performs at Levitate like all the time.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh, shit.
yeah,
That's
they ended
interesting.
up doing pretty well. Yeah, but
I
we
never
met them
hear
in the
about this.
parking lot, and they wanted to like freestyle with us after the show or something.
Are they
Yeah.
not like considered? Because people always talk about how Boston doesn't like pop. Aren't they? Are they not on that list of people that have somewhat popped?
They popped. They popped from like 2012 to like 2015. They were pretty big.
but they weren't really rap.
No, they were like pop
this the
slash
same
reggae
person?
slash rap.
Is this one of them?
No,
Okay, we'll figure it out then. We'll talk about it later.
one of their names is Carter Reeves. I forget what the other one is. Carter Reeves is the one who's in Surfer Girl now. He's the lead singer for them.
Well, shout out the guys
They
at
make like
AS.
reggae music, but yeah, that was cool. That was a good experience.
Yeah, you know,
First performance.
it was crazy. I was talking to my
And I remember you walked in when we got there, and you were like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" And the DJ or somebody was like,
The guy
somebody
who
was
ran the
like, "Watch
hall."
your language." Or something. It's like this is a rap show. What do you mean?
Yeah, I definitely did that. Pussy. But no, just going off of what you said. I was talking to my neighbor earlier, and he was like, I was actually telling him about the podcast and everything. So shout out my neighbor if you're listening. But he was saying, music interacts you with kind of all different walks of life.
Oh, absolutely.
Just based on what we're talking about. And, me and you have had some pretty big moments at shows. We met Air, met Malcolm Butler.
That's true. Malcolm Butler was at your show
Yeah,
when
that
you
was
opened
wild.
for Joe Budden.
In Quincy,
Oh,
Mass.
damn.
Yep.
Crazy that has happened more than once. I don't know why Joe Budden. He's gone there more than once, right?
So, no, I did Quincy, I did Rhode Island, and I did,
With Joe Budden, you did Rhode Island?
yeah, and then I did
Joe
Middle
Budden
East.
loves Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Did you see that
Andy
clip?
loves Easty. You guys are
No.
boys.
Have
Dude.
you seen that clip? There's a clip on the Joe Budden podcast recently where someone brings up Rhode Island, and Joe Budden and like everyone, all his boys in the podcast are like, "Oh, Rhode Island! Like we had some crazy nights in Rhode Island. Apparently, some shit happened in Rhode Island with Joe Budden.
I could believe that.
Yeah,
People say Rhode
a lot-
Island's better than Boston for like
Providence
partying,
is
yeah.
definitely
Or
crazy.
Providence, yeah.
Providence gets down.
Yeah.
Shout out Providence.
You
Shout
used
out
to
to
go there a
Providence.
lot. There were a lot of venues there.
Yeah.
that were,
Yeah.
like worth driving to.
We did Simon's. You came to Simon's a few times.
Oh yeah,
One
it's not
time-
there anymore. I don't think. Right?
I don't know. The last time
They
I
had
went
some
there.
violence.
Which
issues.
one is
Oh, I
Simon's?
believe that. Simon 677.
I don't know if I went there. Did I go?
I
there?
don't think you went to that one.
Okay.
No, I think you went to one of them. Maddie B drove us. I think
Was that
it was right after college.
after college? That
Well,
wasn't the
one-
one like the night before Thanksgiving.
I think it was.
Well, we were in
that
college.
was-
and we were home for Thanksgiving, right?
no, I don't think it was that one.
I'm
That-
thinking of like 2013. or
Yeah,
something.
that was at PVD Social Club. That place
Okay.
is still around now. That's called Alchemy now. Shout out Alchemy.
Okay.
I don't think I was at whatever you're talking about.
I don't
No?
think you were either. I think
Yeah.
that was me, you, Burke, and Pat.
Okay.
Pat going to rap show, like an underground rap show.
I remember I went to one of your shows at Maggie's Lounge with Pat and Sam. We brought Pat and Sam.
I remember that.
And I was just like in the front row, just vibing out like I always do. And then they both said to me, they're like, you know how to dance to this music. They're like, we don't know how to dance to this. They're like, we're just standing here, like we don't know what to do. But
Just
like,
nod your head.
They're like, you seem
Yikes.
comfortable. I'm like, yeah, just nod your head.
I'll tell you what, you being the only one doing it and them not doing it would make me more uncomfortable being the only one. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, sure, I'm comfortable. It'd be a lot more if the homies were doing this too.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, there were
what's
other
going on?
people that I didn't know that were doing it. Like,
Yeah.
but they were just standing back there. Shout out to Sam and Pat.
Shout out
Good
the
good
boys,
guys.
though, you know?
Good
Shout out
guys.
to the boys.
Pat has been brought up a couple times recently in this podcast. We're not going to talk about
I know,
it.
we gotta bleep that.
I don't know. I wasn't
Jack's
here
out
for that
here
one.
name dropping unsavory stories about Pat.
I accidentally name dropped him when we were telling a story.
Dude, it was so avoidable. Let's
Yeah.
just say, but
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways.
It was a story about him golfing.
No, whatever.
mostly.
Just do that now. We're not even going to talk about it anymore.
What episode was that? I'm gonna have to go back and check.
I think
a
it might have
couple
been
of-
like
it's
the one
not
that
out
dropped.
yet.
I think it dropped today.
Dropped today, yeah.
I believe.
Just came
Well,
out.
what number? Who's the guest?
Trill Manny.
You promote the shit.
Well,
Actually, no, it was not Trillman.
it wasn't Trill.
No,
okay.
it was the next one.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. I
It was
gotta.
the caveman.
Promote it. Promote it.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. First of all, guys, if you're here right now, make sure you subscribe to Boston's Big Four on YouTube
Yeah, please.
and like and subscribe. Make sure you smash that like button and just gently, subscribe because we don't want you to break it. We want to make sure the subscribe goes through. The like, smash it. If you break it and the like doesn't go through, we want the subscribe though.
Yeah.
So
The subscribe is the most important
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
yeah.
these days.
And to find where Jack was name dropping, just do your homework.
Yeah.
Just go back and do your
we're
homework.
probably gonna take that out. Honestly, I don't know about it. If it's not already up, it's coming out. I'm taking it out. There's
Oh,
no way.
man.
Yeah, it's not worth telling that.
Executive producer.
Yeah. Exact. Or I'm gonna call the guy, whoever the guy that edits this podcast. I'll make sure we ask him to do it. So I'll make sure that he pulls it
No,
out.
get your flowers. Get your flowers.
Yeah, whoever does it, I'll make sure that he does it. So I'll that's my flowers for making sure he does it.
All right.
But I don't know. I just don't like putting people on blast. Maybe we should ask him if he's cool with it.
It's a funny story.
I'm sure he probably he don't care too much.
No, he really doesn't.
No.
All right, then we'll leave it in.
Hey,
Yeah, we'll leave it in. And
You
who's gonna hear this and go back to that and like find the part where we were talking? I mean,
A hater.
props to anyone who's putting in that much effort on our podcast.
his mother-in-law. His mother-in-law is about to go back and find that.
Oh yeah.
You
she
ruined
does.
him.
Damn.
She has reached out to all of us individually for dirt.
Yeah,
on
she said,
him.
stop talking about the golf course incident.
Yeah. Why do we keep bringing it up? It's crazy.
Well, it's funny that we're all friends and I don't know the golf course
You
stories.
do. If we rehashed it, you would.
have
But we're
another
not gonna.
Beautiful golf course on Cape
Just
Cod.
relax
That's all I'm
about
gonna
it.
say.
Dude, there might still be like a warrant out for that or something.
There's no way.
Speaking of warrants,
Uh-oh.
well, no, just thinking about funny stories. Me and Jack almost had a warrant.
Oh yeah. Have we told that story on the podcast?
I don't know.
Is there a statute on that? You guys got away anyways, right?
Well,
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
yeah, it
Long
was
time ago.
yeah, it was over 7 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're good.
we
Also, it's harmless fun.
yeah,
Nobody
it's
was
not.
harmed.
It's not even that crazy of a
Yeah.
story. I've had crazier stories that I wasn't arrested for. So
But yeah, to paint the picture, we were in Rhode Island,
vacationing,
vacation in Rhode Island,
Crazy shit
westerly Rhode
happens.
Island.
treating the house like a
Weekapog.
frat house.
Yeah, so this is a house that my family used to rent for a week down in Rhode Island.
The best house.
Oh,
best
dude,
house.
it was like
On the river.
no TV or anything. It was just like you were there on the water and you were just outside all the time.
You go
It was
on the
just-
sandbar and play wiffle ball.
yeah, and
You know?
oh man, it's gone. R.I.P. to that house.
Damn, R.I.P.
Yeah.
to that house.
Did you guys know the family that owned it, or you
Yeah,
just-
we knew the guy who owned it, but
Oh,
he's
and
getting
you're over here
old.
trashing
And no, it was a great house. we weren't trashing it. My parents got upset. They said stop treating it like a frat house because we might have
treating it
drank
like
too
a
much
frat
one
house.
night.
We
And
were
some
pot-
people got sick, and you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I just want the record to show. Never invited myself, but
Don't look at me. All
know
right.
anything
Anyways,
about
the
it.
story.
It was, well, yeah.
All right. So
We were,
there was a
there was a Water Whiz.
Water Whiz.
Shout out to Water Whiz.
Yeah, not the one in Cape Cod.
No, it was a really small one.
But fun fact, Steve Carell was at that. He shot a movie at that one.
At the one in Cape Cod.
I thought he shot the one in
I
Rhode
thought it was
Island.
the one in Cape Cod.
I don't know.
All right.
But maybe we need the fact checkers.
Yeah, we might need to.
Regardless, our friend who just got married, the place closed. We had some libations on the walk, and we were feeling pretty good. We had no herbal.
Yeah, so
We're doing
Oh,
oversharing right now.
no,
We're
this
oversharing.
is
hold on.
all
we,
part
we
of the
took
story.
a walk. We took the walk from the house to Water Whiz was probably like a 30 to 45-minute walk. It was a good walk.
Healthy John.
So we had some beverages on the walk.
Yeah.
So we get there and we go down the slide a few times. We're having a great time. We were asking some of the employees if they could help us out with something.
Yeah. It's me specifically. I'll take the blame on that one.
And then
Couldn't
And then-
help us though.
So we were there for about
Pricks.
like 45 minutes, and then it closed. And then we're leaving, and we're like the last people there, like packing up our shit on the outside. And one of us realizes that they left their stuff like
Their boat shoes in the cubby.
in the cubby, right? So he's got but it's really easy to break into this place. You just hop the fence. Like there's nobody watching.
It's a
So we're like,
7-foot tall fence.
all right, yeah, we're
Chain
like, all
link.
right, just hop the fence and get your shit. Like not a big deal. But we're a little bit, we're feeling good. We're having a good day, so we're like, go down the slide.
Underage drinking.
So he's in there and he runs up, and obviously the water's not running down the slide at this point.
He was running down the slide though.
But yeah, so he had to run down the slide. He couldn't slide down the slide. So he ran down the slide and he jumps in the pool at the end and he's like raising his arms up, and we're like, oh, that's awesome. Let's all do it. So we all jump the fence.
And then
We go up there and start running down the slides. And then next thing I know, I just remember looking up and seeing like 2 or 3 cop cars in the parking lot.
I was quicker than you.
You were quicker than me. You got away.
I went in the water, and as I was going in the water, I saw the owner driving by in his Jeep, and he stopped, and he held something up. And when I came up out of the water, he had 3 wallets. I was like, oh,
Like, I
fuck.
got your shit.
So, me being the
Oh, my
brainiac I
God.
am, that was the quickest I ever moved, I think. I
Yeah.
went from...
So you're across the street at this point, right? You got away and ran across the street.
Oh, well, no, I'm talking about the quickest I moved was from when I came up out of the water in the pool to getting out of the pool. I think
Yeah.
I took 1 step.
Yeah.
And then I took another step that was over the fence. I was out of there.
And you were gone. But he
And-
found you across the street, right?
Well, he saw me run across the street,
Yeah.
I guess.
It sounds like all this was pretty out in the open, visible.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
at
think-
fucking
yeah.
4 p.m.
well, the one thing the cops told us was, why didn't you guys wait till it was dark before you
So
did this?
the way I've heard this story before, I'm picturing that it's dark.
No, it's
So
light
it's
out
the
still.
daytime-
No.
you
This
guys-
is like
Middle of
this is like
daytime.
5 p.m. probably.
there were probably
And-
still employees like down below, just like
5 p.m. in August. It's
West,
still very bright
and
out.
Westerly, Rhode Island police.
nothing.
No,
the
the
day
they don't got
employees
nothing
were
to do.
gone. Like you could see, like this place was tiny. There were no employees left.
Yeah.
Absolutely no employees. But
So,
the manager came back very quickly. He wasn't too far down the road.
no.
I'm sure
He
they got-
probably had an idea that we might be doing something
Yeah.
crazy. And not that it was too crazy, but I'm across the street. The other 3 that I'm with, I see them being spoken to by the police. Did you guys get cuffed?
No, they didn't cuff us, but they put us in the back of
Yeah.
the police car.
They put you in the
And
car,
I think
that's
that was
what it
just to
was.
scare us or something, because then they
now
let
they
us out
gotcha.
like 5 minutes later.
But
Oh my
I,
God.
me-
Maybe to ask questions to everyone individually.
Yeah.
well, I wasn't. I thought I was smart. I wasn't so smart. I went to reach for my phone to text one of the 3 of them to say, "Don't say my name." And then I realized I saw my towel and my shirt all around the corner where I put it on the fence. I put it away from everyone else's shit, and I saw it over in the corner. And then I see the owner pointing up towards where I ran to, and it was a beach. There was a ton of people there, but I kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. I think I was wearing a bandana covering the short hair. It was before I shaved it bald, but I ended up walking back. I felt like, I don't know, most wanted man in America walking back into the area because one of the cops had started to drive up the boardwalk. And so I just came out and, spread my arms and said, I'm the one you're looking for.
Put your hands up.
No, I didn't put them up. I put them to the side and said, I'm the one you want.
That's asking for it. You never know, man. That could be like aggressive, like you opening your arms like that.
Oh, no, I just put them to the side and I'm like, take me as I am. If you're going to cuff me, cuff me.
Oh my God.
So anyways, they just gave us a trespassing fine and they let us go, but they were messing with us too. What did they say?
Well, they
thought it was funny. Then they did say, "Why did you not wait till it was dark out?" Which is a good point.
Well, it was kind of a victimless crime, but it was just kind of weird that it. I don't know
we were just drunk and dumb, is what it was.
It was just.
My question is, why were you still so close to it when it had time to close? You couldn't get back in to get your stuff. Like, how long were you not in the park?
I'm pretty sure they closed up and the manager got out of there like right away.
Yeah,
So
it
you
all felt
left
like
and they left and
they
they closed.
were-
up.
We were still like getting our stuff together, and the manager just took off, and the place was empty within like minutes.
Yeah.
But was the door locked? You couldn't get in. Like
No, the gate was locked and everything.
someone locked it like as you guys left, like immediately, and then you were like, "Oh, my shoes."
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah,
had to have
something
been
like
there,
that.
right?
Matt was
No,
like,
there was nobody there.
There really wasn't.
Like you're picturing like a big water park. This is like there was like 3
I
slides.
know Water Whiz. I just like
There was 3 slides and like a little hut.
Yeah, the thing was literally
Water
like
Whiz is like a county versus Water Country. Right?
Yeah, but this is like the smallest.
this
water
place
whiz.
was like the width of your property.
Okay.
It was
Like,
very small.
and maybe the length.
Huge.
Maybe the length.
many acres.
Yeah, many acres. So many.
Didn't have a barn though.
Yeah, that's crazy. Water
Just had
barn?
a little hut.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And the guy and the manager checked the bathrooms to make sure we didn't leave him in upper decker. I remember him saying that.
What the fuck?
well, he also he came up to us. He was trying to intimidate us too. Oh, I know, I could smell the booze on you guys, and I know you were asking my staff for
The greenery.
the greenery.
So you guys really drew attention to yourselves. Like this guy knew
Yeah,
more
for
about
sure.
you.
Oh yeah, we were out of
we were being
towners.
stupid 19-year-olds.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Thought we were fucking
Oh, another
invincible.
funny thing. In the police report, it said we were all 19, but then it said 29. Oh, I just said his name. Whatever. Who cares?
Outing them again.
This is the thing. You just don't have to say names. Just don't say them. We'll bleep it.
But who cares?
It'll be funnier to bleep it.
29. It said he was 29, so it just looked like it was a 29-year-old hanging out with a bunch of 19-year-olds.
Fucking creep.
Yeah. So that was fun. Sports, though.
Yeah. What do we want
Let's
to get
talk
into?
about sports. What's going on? You know, you do a lot of betting. Any big parlays lately? What's going on? What's going on in the betting scene?
Were you asking what I hit?
Yeah, you hitting anything big?
I hit a couple TD parlays recently.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't do. I'm selective with what I bet. I try to be at least. I will probably bet on the World Series, even though there's no.
Oh, dude. That'll be over probably by the time this comes out, but I hope the Yankees lose. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I did see. Was it you that posted it?
What?
Someone said that in order for the Red Sox.
Yeah, I posted that. I thought it was like a fun topic to talk about, but I don't actually want to root for the Yankees. I just
Doesn't
can't
mean
do
you
it.
got to root for them.
Yeah. No, I won't root for them. But that is the silver lining. If they do win, maybe it'll motivate the Red Sox to do something.
Spend some money.
That would be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like we've been floundering as an
Yeah,
organization.
and like part of that might be because the
crazy.
Yankees haven't won anything since 2009. So we're like, at least we're doing better than them.
Actually, so this reminds me, this is one of the topics that we had on the end of the list, but we're talking about this, so I kind of want to bring it up now. This is a hot take.
Okay, I love it.
This is a hot take.
I like hot takes.
And I could be proven wrong because like I don't know everything that there is.
Yeah.
But you said you one of our topics we had for tonight was the worst professional ball park or stadium.
Yeah.
I think Fenway Park might be one of them.
No, dude.
Oh, not the cathedral.
Not the
I-
cathedral. Don't
I
do
think-
that, dude.
I think it
I've
might
been to
be.
worse
No, no, no.
baseball parks.
No.
Okay, where though? Because I'm curious. No, this
But
is
the
why I'm saying I
historic-
could be proven wrong. But as far as I can see,
All right.
other stadiums have more space, better concessions, more like seating. Obviously, like the way Fenway's set up.
Fenway's
is,
old.
It's old, obviously.
so
it's a
old.
relic, which I get. It's like, so that's the thing. Like, catch me now.
Like when
I'm not
think
saying
of-
it's a bad place.
Yeah.
But compared to like for what you expect out of a stadium, take the nostalgia out of it. It's probably one
If
of
you
the
take
worst.
the nostalgia out of it, but I just can't.
It's hard to,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. I know. People travel just to see it. But
Exactly.
Like when I think of
Just
worst
take that-
stadiums,
yeah.
I think of stadiums that have no historic value and they suck, like Tropicana.
That's
Okay.
that's
That's
where
the
I've
worst
been.
one.
That
Oh,
sucks.
really?
That is the worst one. And by
Except-
the way, the roof just blew off in the hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay,
I'm
I just
hoping-
stand corrected then.
I'm hoping that that's the beginning. And, thoughts and prayers to everyone in Florida. That's terrible what's going on down there with the hurricane. I just hope that's the end of that stadium. I
Yeah.
hope that's it. I hope
Remember-
they're finally like, all right,
Remember
the
when
roof's gone. We're not going to try to repair this thing. Let's
Yeah.
just build a new one.
Remember when they put actual rays in the outfield?
Yeah, the Ray tank.
Yeah.
They had the Ray tank out there. Yeah.
Ortiz hit one in there, didn't he?
No way.
Was it Ortiz that hit one in there?
I remember Ortiz hit a bomb that would have gone 500 feet, and he got a single out of it because it hit the catwalk and came down. So like those rules are just
That's
That's horrible for
insane.
baseball.
Yeah.
like that's horrible.
Oh
for
my
baseball.
God.
So that's my pick for the worst stadium in sports.
So okay, that's my hot take. I feel like because that's worse. That is worse.
And there's no historic
Yeah.
value. You don't go there. It's not like
It was literally like
nothing great has happened there ever.
it was the most boring place. I mean, I went there when I was like 10, 11, I don't remember, but like being a big baseball, my dad and I used to go to ballparks every summer.
How many have you been to?
I've been to the number off the top of my head. I got to name them. Not trying to be big dog over here, but
No, it's
I
all
just got to
good.
name them to count them.
Drive it.
Obviously Fenway, Shea Stadium, not City Field, Shea Stadium.
And
the
that
old-
was a different stadium, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
the Mets old field. Citizens Bank in Philadelphia. RFK, the old National Stadium. Tropicana. I've been to the Jake in Cleveland. Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City.
Dang.
Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Where else? Oh, one of the best. PNC in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. I went there last summer. Beautiful.
One of the other
Beautiful.
best. So you went last year?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
amazing.
When I went, they had an Outback Steakhouse in left field that you could literally go to the restaurant and sit against the window and watch the game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, the backdrop at that stadium with the river and the bridges,
Oh,
beautiful. My dad and I sat, there's nobody goes to those games, so there's so many empty seats.
yeah.
So we sat behind home plate, but we could have gone close to the field, but we went all the way up just to see the view
Oh, I believe
of the
that.
city. I was like, it's just beautiful up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baltimore, been to Camden Yards.
Damn, you've been everywhere, dude.
I know, right?
What,
Yeah.
Where have
I've
you
been to
not?
Baltimore
What's
also.
left?
Well, next year,
That might be a shorter list, right?
because my dad is a Yankee fan,
Nuh-uh.
I told
Wait,
him.
are you serious?
Yeah, my
He's-
dad, born
Your
and bred
dad is
in
a
Braintree.
Yankee and Red Sox
He's
fan,
a Yankee.
correct?
My dad is a baseball fan.
Yes.
He likes good
Interesting.
baseball.
It's very interesting.
But yeah, he grew up in Braintree. He grew up when the Red Sox were 25 guys, 25 cabs.
Yep. My dad talks about that too. Actually, my dad was a Yankees fan growing up in Connecticut for like a few years because he could only get them on TV.
Okay.
And then he switched to the Red Sox in like college or something.
So my dad didn't have that,
Yeah.
but he used to read a lot, and he read about all the Yankee greats, and that's how he
Yeah,
became
yeah.
a Yankee fan. My dad was also a Dolphins fan, which
I can.
I don't got no excuse for that one, but
I can understand why. I mean, we in particular don't like the Yankees because of the rivalry, but like the team's great. Like they have historically
historic
just been
franchise.
great.
yeah. You got. I mean, as much as you hate it, you got to respect it a little bit. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, it's similar to like how I feel like other people must feel about the Patriots. Like
Oh,
it's,
for
like-
sure.
Exactly.
it's
for
just
sure.
this like force of a franchise that
The
like,
evil empire.
love to hate
It's the
them.
evil
like,
empire,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
But I do love that the Yankees have only had one World Series win in the last 24 years, but they might get another one. So
Yeah. But yeah, so next year I'll be going to me and Pops will be going to Yankee Stadium. I've also been to a handful of the spring training fields.
nice.
So yeah, I'd have to say
So what's the best baseball stadium you've been to? Other than Fenway. Fenway's in its own category.
yeah, Fenway will
I'm
always
thinking it might be one of the worst.
I
I'm
mean
probably wrong.
we just talked about how great PNC was. I loved PNC. That was
Yeah.
awesome. We did the opposite. We started on the first baseline and we went all the way around. We were there for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
But I was at Kauffman Stadium. I'll say Kauffman Stadium just
That is a nice looking stadium from what I've seen.
as far as, because we just talked about PNC. PNC is probably the best. But Kauffman Stadium, before, when they just had the waterfalls, they didn't have stands in the outfield or anything.
I remember the waterfalls.
We went, my father was friends with a guy who at the time was the general manager for the Royals. So I got to go on the field. I got to go through the clubhouse and everything. The experience was the best, obviously.
That's awesome.
The coolest part about that was they had a smaller than a Little League field, but it was like a wiffle ball field out in right field.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you pay $10, you get 15 pitches or whatever. But every game between the third and fourth inning or something, between innings, one inning, they would bring the mascot out, they bring the camera guy out, and they announce this kid, all right, here's Jack Bardsley. He's going to be the hitter today. So when you finally hit a home run, because they throw wiffle balls and then they throw the rubber balls at you, they set off fireworks.
That's
and
crazy.
like the whole stadium goes crazy. Everything, at the time they weren't good, so there wasn't many people there.
What year was this?
This was
Roughly.
2002
Ooh.
because
Trying to think who was on the Royals back then. Mike Sweeney?
Mike Sweeney, Jermaine Dye, Raul Ibanez, Carlos Beltran just got traded, I think. But they were playing the Rangers.
Okay. A-Rod.
I was standing right where the players
I
come in.
remember you saying this story.
Yep.
Yep. A-Rod. You met it, or you were right next to A-Rod.
No, I met him.
You met A-Rod.
He walked in. This was when he just signed that contract, the biggest contract in MLB history. He wasn't on the Yankees yet.
Yeah.
I liked him. Thought he was great.
Oh, yeah.
And
Before the Yankees, A-Rod was a likable player.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so my dad had just walked out to go to the car to get something. Me and my mother are standing there, and she don't know who he is. And so I'm 10 years, 2002, 2003. I'm like 9 or 10 years old, and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, Ma. And she's like, "What? Who is this? I have no idea who this is." And
Best baseball player in the world.
yeah, like the highest paid player in baseball. You kidding me, Ma? So, so I'm like, give me something to have him sign. I need him to sign something, Ma. And so
Sounds like you.
yeah. So she pulls out a shoe receipt or a receipt from a shoe store or something. Yeah. And he signed the back of it. The staff almost didn't let me ask him for the autograph.
Why?
They were like, you're not allowed to talk to players before the game. But then the supervisor came in and they're like,
Let's just
he's friends with the general manager. Like he can kind of do what he wants. So
That's
no
awesome.
way.
but so I met A-Rod, and the moral of the little ballpark story, the fireworks story, the last day I was there, I was the kid.
No way.
Yeah. So I fucking set them fireworks off.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, sounds like a highlight of a day. That's insane.
For a kid?
This was like four days.
That sounds
Wow.
like the best time though. Like as
Yeah.
a kid, that's so iconic.
And we went, one of the days we didn't go to a Royals game. We drove across the state to St. Louis. Barry Bonds was playing against the Cardinals.
Oh, my God.
And on the drive across
Dude, this
the
was
state,
the best era of baseball.
Yeah.
Early 2000s was the best
Dude,
era
it
of
was,
baseball.
yeah. When I
Dude,
was a
we-
kid, I
Crazy.
knew all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I knew who was on the teams too. Like it's crazy.
That's
like,
what I mean. There were so many more household names.
Yeah.
back
I don't know
then
anybody
that like
anymore.
everyone knew. Now it's like you look at the best players in the league. You're like, I don't even know some of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why it happens.
But on the drive over, there was a friggin' tornado.
No
Like,
way, dude.
We're driving.
You had like a cartoon childhood. You're seeing like your first of all heroes, all like you're getting to be the star at the show doing the home run thing. And now you're seeing tornadoes, which like to me is like quicksand, is like on TV. So you're
Yeah.
just like living through these
We
like
don't see those where we grew up.
No, it was crazy. It was like think of like we were driving across Missouri. It's flat.
Missouri.
Flat. You can see for fucking miles.
Yeah.
Dude,
Not
have you been
like
to
here.
every state?
No way. But yeah, the thing was probably like a couple 100 miles away, or maybe a
tornado,
100.
but you could see it.
Oh, you could see it twisting up. It looked like it. I was gonna say it looked like it had Toto right up in it.
Oh my god!
And so then we get to Busch Stadium, the old Busch Stadium, and we see batting practice, and Barry Bonds friggin' hitting the ball
Oh my
out of the
God.
stadium.
What do you think it was
all
that made Barry
roided up.
Bonds so good? What do you think it was?
That was prime steroid Barry Bonds.
Milk.
That was
Milk
yeah.
made him good.
Yeah.
Remember he
His
used to do
head
all the
was-
milk ads?
Milk
drank
with
a lot
those
of milk.
hormones in them.
Yeah.
I seriously, we've talked about this before, but I think it would be pretty funny if there was like a doctor supervised league where like, yeah, do a little
Oh yeah.
juice them up.
Like we
Yeah.
said, that was the best era of baseball when everyone was doing the
I'd love
roids.
to
Yeah,
see
let
it,
him do it.
Well, it would be an interesting next step to be like, yeah, it's not like some guy at home just like doing whatever amounts of whatever. It's like we allow this amount like from the doctor, and they just do it for you. And it's, I guess, so sound off in the comments, can't be great for you long term, I'm sure, to be enhancing your body like that. But
No, but I
love
think
to see it.
I
But
agree.
I would say that 99.9% of baseball players, if they took whatever amount of steroids Barry Bonds did, wouldn't have put up the numbers he did. He was still
Yeah,
unbelievably
yeah.
talented.
Yeah.
And then the steroids on top of it made him just otherworldly.
Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Same with Pete Rose, but
I feel
R.I.P.
bad
Pete
for
Rose.
Pete
wish they
Rose.
could have done it while he was still alive.
I know.
But-
Wait, did they let him in after he died?
He just died.
No, I know he died.
no,
but
they
I
haven't
was-
let him in, but they're talking
Well, I was
about
like,
it.
there's no way they changed. But yeah, that's
I just wish they had done it while he was still alive.
my opinion. I remember hearing about him because it's funny. I learned about him later for some reason. I didn't know about him like when everyone.
I met him, actually.
You met
He-
Pete Rose?
No way.
Guess where I met him?
Where?
Las Vegas.
No shit.
That's
Oh, no shit.
So I didn't know what his whole thing was. I'm like, oh, what's this like horrible thing that Pete Rose did? And he was like the whole Black Sox thing. And
Well, no,
No,
that
he was
Black
gambling
Sox-
on baseball.
Black
Wait,
Sox
was he not the
before.
Black
No,
Sox?
Black Sox
No.
was Shoeless Joe Jackson.
okay, sorry,
that was
I'm
like
mixing
early.
my things then.
Yeah.
So I mean, with him though, yeah, betting on his own team.
He was betting his own team. The Black Sox
How
were
could
throwing
that really
games.
be such a big deal? Like,
No, I know.
I guess I can't. That's what I didn't understand because I remember reading about it like he's treated like such a villain, and I just was like, maybe I'm misunderstanding why that's bad. Like, God forbid you. It's not like you bet against the team and took a dive. That's wrong, obviously, but you can't bet on yourself. Like, what's the?
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
understand.
boxers
I
do
bet
it
on
all the
myself
time.
every day.
Yeah, doesn't Mayweather does it right?
Yeah,
I mean,
boxers do it all the time.
crazy. So, anyways, that's I remember I feel bad for him for that. That was like, but
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe we should make a league where players can bet on themselves and can take as many steroids as they want. And
I agree.
it doesn't have to be baseball. It
agree.
can be football. It
And
can be
Let's
whatever.
take it back to the
Come to Joe Moakley Park.
take it back to the
on
Mets
November
in the
6th.
'80s. So you can do cocaine in the clubhouse too.
Yeah,
Ooh,
smoking.
Cocaine Clubhouse. That's the next album.
That's a good one.
That sounds like a French Montana album.
Yeah. Or the J Rock. Wah.
It could happen to you because it happened to me.
Oh my god, dude.
So, to answer your first question about parlays,
Have you been to just to cut you off one second? Have
Yeah.
you been to San Francisco Stadium?
no, I'd love
That
to go to
is
that.
gorgeous. I've never been, but that's the one I want to go to the most.
You and me both. That
Yeah.
place looks awesome.
I don't think I've been to any other stadiums, to be honest.
Really?
Just
I've been to
Yeah.
Baltimore, Pittsburgh, San Diego, and obviously Fenway.
Wow.
San Diego is pretty cool.
went to MetLife with you, but that wasn't for a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only other football stadium I've been to. But when I went to Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, there's Citizens Bank, Lincoln Financial,
They're all right there. Yeah.
all literally from the hotel.
I haven't been in any of them, but I've been in that area.
Yeah, there's the Holiday Inn we stayed in. You could see all three of them. You could actually see into the link.
And then in the middle, they have that big like thing with all the bars in it, and like I don't know what it's called, but it's just this big
Get a little
building
closer to the mics now.
with like a bunch of bars and cheesesteak spots, and like it was a silent disco that I went to in there. Yeah,
How does that work?
You wear headphones, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
This
weird.
is when I briefly dated a girl in Philadelphia a couple
Gross.
of years ago.
Gross. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. She sounded lovely. I don't know
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
about
she's
her.
great.
She was a Philly John.
I don't know.
John. John.
I was playing bananagrams where you have to come up with words. Do you guys know this?
No.
I'm pretty sure the game is Bananagrams. You have to come up with like words of with certain letters or something like that, and you get points based on it. And like with I think in a certain amount of time, how many words you can come up with from that letter, and they have to be dictionary words. I did John.
JWN.
And at the time, it was just, when I looked it up, it's just Philadelphia slang. Like a month after that, it was officially added to the Webster Dictionary. And I sent the screenshot to my family, and they were like, it's too late. They argued with me for a while about it. I was like, this is a word. And they're like, it's slang. It doesn't count. And I'm like, they're like, it has to be in the dictionary. And I'm like, oh, and then it was.
And then
like,
it was.
Yeah. So vindicated, by the way.
Yeah.
And I just want everyone to know that I'm a little ahead of my time. So if you think that maybe I'm wrong, just wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Got to wait on greatness.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
To answer your question about parlays, I've realized I don't bet basketball.
Okay.
I bet football. I bet baseball.
I've been told tennis is where it's at. That's how you make the most money.
That's how you make the most money. I don't know shit about tennis. I'm not going to
I
throw
don't
my
think you
money.
have to, is my understanding. I think it's small losses and big wins, and that's it.
Ask Sam. He knows about tennis. He'll give you all the
Actually, you
tips.
know what? I should.
Drop Sam's last name and address, too.
Ask about tennis.
We're not putting people's names on the
Bro,
podcast.
we're talking about tennis.
Well,
It doesn't matter. You just can't drop friends' names without them knowing.
Why? We're talking about tennis. Why does it matter?
but no, we've been hitting some touchdown parlays. Specifically Saquon and Justin Jefferson. I'm looking at.
Okay.
So you know,
Saquon,
we've been hitting. Last weekend was slow. It was a little slow week, but the weekend before was a big winner.
All right.
Hoping for another big winner this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, when this comes out, you guys are gonna be way ahead in the season. So right now we got week 8 coming up. Week 7, week 8.
I don't know what
Football
week we're in
season's
now.
flying.
I know, it really is. All I know is I'm like
week
2
8.
and 5 in fantasy.
Yeah, it's already week 8. Holy shit!
I'm getting killed in every single fantasy league.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
I'm like,
You're good at it, though. But you know.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, I have a losing record in our league right now, but I know I'm still getting in the playoffs. I ain't worried about
what's
shit.
your
I don't know
record?
anything about that.
2-4?
No, it'd be 2 and 5 at this point.
I'm 2 and 5. Yeah.
I'm 2 and 5 also.
No,
You might be 3 and 4.
I'm 3-4.
Okay.
Jealous.
But yeah, Bubba, I'm coming for that fucking spot, bro. And Big Dill, I'm coming for that spot. I'm coming for that crown again.
I feel like Bubba talks a lot of shit.
Yeah, Bubba talks shit for
Bubba
someone who
does.
don't know shit.
On Facebook recently, when you called me out,
Oh, yeah.
he pulled up like my all-time stats against you or something and just posted it on Facebook. I swear to God.
Talk about exposing people's sensitive data.
Yo,
That's
shout out-
crazy.
I actually was like, Brian, that was unnecessary. And he was like, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry.
Did he delete it?
No, he didn't delete it.
No, he didn't delete
Fucking
it.
delete it. You can, right? Someone can, right? Whoever owns the
I
phone.
mean, it's not a big deal.
Take it off. No, it has
Just,
to go.
he pointed out that I was like 4 and 11 all time against you, I think.
I mean, man,
Dude, I don't
you
even know how to
just,
find it.
it's just every time we play, I know I'm getting a win.
Relax.
Oh man.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, you know,
Dude, where
Speaking of
I've had
fantasy,
my ups and downs.
Speaking of fantasy, we're gonna get into some Pats right now because
Okay.
I was very high on my dynasty league on Jalen Polk, and you're pissing me off, bro.
All the Pats receivers are pissing me off.
I mean,
I saw someone said today, they're like, the Pats have a bunch of wide receiver 3s who have the attitude of a wide receiver 1. And that's actually true.
well-
who was the dude who said that he makes people in wheelchairs stand up? And now
Javon Baker, he hasn't even played. He hasn't even played.
That slogan is so funny. That's going on t-shirts. If
Oh,
it's
it
not
should.
already.
This
Yeah.
dude, we drafted this dude, and that's the first thing he said. And he hasn't done anything.
No,
He sucks.
I
It's like, where do you get that confidence from?
so I like Jalen Polk a lot.
Goofball.
I like Jalen a lot. I
do like Jalen Polk.
I think
and
he-
I think that should have been a touchdown at the end of the game a couple weeks ago. I know the rule, it technically isn't, but they need to change that rule.
regardless, he ain't fucking catching the ball.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I do a lot of digging in because I do the dynasty and shit. So I'm always watching the rookies and everything, not just the Pats guys. And you know, he stood out to me. He definitely is like a solid receiver, good possession receiver. But I don't know. The best receiver looking right now besides Douglas, Kayshon Boutte.
Yeah,
And
Kayshon Boutte.
you know,
And he's been saying some things recently. What did he say about how he didn't get an opportunity? He didn't want to go through the same thing this year that he did last year. Basically, he felt like Belichick didn't give him a good shot.
well,
Was
so
Belichick a hater?
his talent,
Definitely sometimes. Yeah.
his
I could see
talent.
that
He played at LSU.
Yeah.
And he was touted when he first came in his freshman year. I think he played with Justin Jefferson, or he played just after Justin Jefferson left. But he broke Justin Jefferson's records at LSU. And he was rejected first round pick. You're going to be this, that. And then they changed coaches. So it sounds like he's just had a bad run of coaches the last like 3 or 4 years. And don't take that the wrong way. Belichick ain't a bad coach.
So your team Belichick,
Is he a bad
100%.
guy?
No, I just think, Belichick, he don't.
We love Belichick.
Yeah, I
know,
love
you know
Bill.
me. I just love stirring shit up.
But,
We love Belichick, but yes, he's an asshole.
well,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
But he's
he
our
don't-
asshole.
Exactly.
Jigs again.
but he don't like to he don't really give the rookies a shot. They got to earn their spot. So,
Right.
that's just I get why Booty probably said that last year. Who did they have for receivers? Less of a cast of characters than now. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Smith-Hooster. But
Smith, yeah, used to.
yeah, you. But I don't know. I just think Booty's got a good connection with May. Maybe it's because they were throwing together when they were working the second team too. But I think, and I don't think Booty will ever be a number one, but I think he could probably be a serviceable number 2 on the outside, and have Douglas in the slot, have Polk in the slot.
Do you think anyone on the roster now could be a 1?
No.
No, I don't think so either. We got to get that 1.
No, I mean, I know T. Higgins is a free agent this year.
Ooh, that would be nice.
But I mean, the way things are looking, fire me up on the Travis Hunter bandwagon, baby. Tank for Travis.
Tank for Travis. I mean, at this point, I'm all for tanking. We're not going anywhere.
Or
Although I like seeing May play well, and I do want him to get a couple wins under his belt.
I want to see him get a couple wins too.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we didn't beat the Jaguars.
Why?
Tiebreaker goes to them. If we end up with the same record,
Okay, it's a good point. I would have liked to beat the Jaguars because they're not good, and I think we should beat teams that are bad.
Yeah.
It was disappointing.
It was disappointing to jump out to a 10-point lead and then fold, turn to shit. But
Over in London.
Shop at the mall.
the other guy. I mean, obviously they needed offensive line help.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
draft.
big time.
So I wouldn't be mad if they got number 2 and number 3 right now. There's a left tackle from, I believe, Texas slated to go number 2.
Wow.
But
That's high for a left tackle, I feel like.
yeah, but we'll need him to protect the blind side.
We will.
But I also wouldn't, and there's no way they draft this guy, especially just sign Ramondre to a long-term deal. But Ashton Ginty, Boise State,
Plays on the blue field.
running back, gonna break Barry Sanders' records this year. The dude runs for 200 yards in a game in a half.
And a half.
And he don't stand in an athletic stance in the backfield. He stands like fucking Jason Voorhees.
No way.
And he's just
I
gonna
need to
run-
see this.
Oh yeah, the dude is like, he's a monster. And
It's funny because I feel like there's a little bit of, and like, I don't know how Tom Brady that this gets, but like if you're standing in an athletic stance, like knees bent a little bit, and like if you're in the backfield, like you don't always, the necessity for you to be in that stance maybe for just a few seconds longer, you might be wasting
Energy.
valuable energy, like
That's
your
true.
muscle's not exactly ready, and you're just sitting there like bouncing back and forth.
Yeah.
It's like
You're like doing
just stand
squats
there.
out there.
Yeah, like just stand there. You're already warmed up and ready. Just wait. And when time comes, what's the difference? Like half a step, like be ready for it. Step the time you need to. Like don't be standing there wasting energy, bouncing back and forth, or even just holding a pose. Like, I don't know.
yeah,
As a professional athlete, I would also assume they would have I'm not saying me I'm saying as them professional athletes. I just want to make sure that's not
You are a
misinterpreted.
professional
Yeah, I'm not
athlete, though.
saying it that way, but the like that maybe I would assume they have, you could be like they have infinite stamina. That shouldn't affect them, just a little stance or whatever for 2 seconds. But throughout the game over and over again, I could see that being a thing. So I'm curious if that would ever be like taken into account, like why he's that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's more just an intimidation thing. Just the way he
works too.
stands
Yeah,
there.
it works that way. Yeah.
And it's probably harder to just like read what he's gonna do if he's just standing like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he just literally stands, arms at his
Yeah.
side.
And then he waits
He
till the
just
last second and
stares.
he just goes.
It's gonna be a great montage someday.
crazy.
Dude's a monster. But yeah, I'm liking Drake May. I know we
Yeah,
touched
no, he's
on him a
looked
little
good.
bit.
He's looked good.
Kid can fucking sling it.
Yeah.
Tough time to be named Drake, but he's doing okay.
It's gonna be May.
I think he's doing fine.
You can have so many plays
No,
out
this
that
is the
kid's
new
name.
Drake now.
Yeah,
This is the new
exactly.
Drake.
Not like him.
Yeah, not like him is right.
But no, it was fun. I mean, his first game out there, I was like night and day. I was like, oh my God, we can throw the ball downfield now. This hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, kid threw 3 touchdowns his first game.
Right.
Hell,
He
I
had-
could have started him in my
He had
dynasty.
more
league.
in his first game than Jacoby had in 5.
There's only 2 players to ever have 500 or more passing yards and 5 or more touchdowns
In the first 2 games.
in the first 2 games.
Tom Brady.
Drake May and Joe Montana.
No,
I don't know.
he's a great quarterback though.
All-time great?
All-time great AFC East.
Brett Favre.
All-time great
Just
AFC
making
East.
stuff up.
Well, Brett Favre would have
Joe
been a-
Namath.
Nope.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about Ace Ventura recently, actually. That's crazy.
Great movie.
That is
Yeah.
a great movie. Laces out.
yeah.
But yeah, I think May's gonna be.
Hopefully May wins more Super Bowls than Dan Marino.
Hopefully he does. I think he's gonna be fun to watch. A lot of Josh Allen comparison.
I've seen that.
I don't mind that. I don't like the Bills, but Josh Allen's a hell of a quarterback. So,
Dual threat.
yeah, give us a little something besides, I mean, I hate Mac Jones. So
Yeah.
anything.
Look, Mac Jones last year was so hard to watch, and so was Jacoby this year. And like, it's just great to have a quarterback who can throw the ball deep.
Yeah.
Like, it's just awesome. It makes the game more exciting.
I mean, we had Zappy over there, which like he played better than Mac Jones, but
He's
same
getting
thing.
a chance with someone else now, I heard.
Cleveland, I think, picked him
Okay.
up off Kansas City's practice squad, which they need all the help they can get anyways. So,
Yeah, they do.
but even Zappy couldn't throw the ball. If he threw the ball 30 yards, he was going 40 yards in the air, and it was going to take 3 hours to come down.
Yeah, get
Easy-
caught up in the wind.
easy
somehow, just, like,
interception.
float. Yeah, it was. It always took so long to come down.
Yeah, the
Same with Mac
floater's
Jones
easy to
too.
spot.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I think the future is bright. I don't think the future is going to be next year. Might be 2 years. We're definitely in a rebuild, but
Feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been 5 years now.
yeah, we're in the midst of it,
Rebuilding.
fellas.
You can say it every season. I'm not sure.
5 years of a rebuild, but
Hey, Boston teams, spend some money.
Red Sox,
Yeah.
Spend some fucking money.
spend some money, please.
Get some pitching.
God, the Red Sox are an embarrassment right now.
Do they even pay the luxury tax anymore? I feel like they wouldn't be. They shouldn't be.
No, they don't pay nobody.
Oh my God. Pay
They're
somebody.
stingy.
It's crazy. People will go. It's like we've won a World Series. I mean, now it's I guess 6 years ago, but like not. It's not like it was that long ago. Like
No, and we were in the
can't-
ALCS 3 years ago.
And when Red Sox are in the playoffs, regardless, the whole fucking
It's
state,
insane. It's lit.
It's.
So,
But Fenway Sports Group they're looking into. Who they were going to buy the Celtics? They thought they might buy the Celtics.
yeah, I don't think that's happening.
No, now they're looking
They're
at.
buying it. What are they
a
buying
hockey
now?
team.
Yeah, another one because they already have the Penguins too.
Yeah, maybe it's not a hockey team then.
You can't have two, right?
No, you can't have two. I don't know. Was it another basketball team? I don't know. They're looking to buy something else. They got the soccer team. They got the hockey team. They got all too much going on.
LeBron's coaching. LeBron's
LeBron.
in there. He's putting his 2 cents in. Maybe he's the one that's putting the 2 cents in to screw Boston.
That's what I mean. I don't like LeBron being
It's
involved
weird.
in anything Boston.
It's
That's
weird,
just,
yeah.
It seems like a conflict of interest.
I would hope that whoever is investing in Boston teams are like rich Boston natives, like the people that
That's what I
live
mean. Like
here
Wick,
and are
Wick
rich.
Grossbeck.
Like,
Yeah.
throw
Wick
money
Grossbeck
in.
is a real Celtics fan.
Yeah,
Even Bob Kraft, as
Bob Kraft was a real Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
even though I'm Team Belichick, I'm not Team Anti-Mayo. I'm Team Anti-Bob Kraft.
anti-crafty Bob.
Yep. Getting his
Yeah.
handies,
yeah.
you know?
He hates that.
Hey,
That was
Fucking
that
hate-
was the one thing that was off limits at the Tom Brady roast.
And they still brought it up.
And they still brought it up, and Tom went up there and was like, "Don't do that."
Honestly, I think that was staged.
But I think so too.
well, Tom can come through the fucking door and tell me not to say it. I fucking hate Bob Kraft.
I think Tom Brady's kind of a pussy, to be honest with you.
Ooh, we're getting hot takes left and right now. I don't know what to do.
Well, you
mean-
said you can come in right here, and it's like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, I wouldn't feel
How do
intimidated.
we feel about
to-
Tom Brady as an announcer so far? He's doing all right.
He's not doing too bad.
He's getting better.
His thing is he's so trained, you know, like he knows so much about the game, and he can do it, but it's hard to take all that knowledge and try to put it in layman's terms in 30 seconds before the next play starts.
Yeah.
But he's definitely, I mean, he's doing pretty good, and now he's part owner of the Oakland Raiders.
Of the Oakland Raiders,
Really?
yeah, which is sad.
That's
Las
he-
Vegas Raiders.
He
Yeah,
has
Las Vegas
done
Raiders.
a lot to annoy Patriots fans.
And we're still gonna love him no matter what.
I mean, hey,
Hey, I think he's a pussy, dude. I don't know.
I'm just saying, I don't mind him owning the Oakland Raiders.
It's whatever.
He's owned
dude.
the
Yeah.
Oakland Raiders since 2001, baby.
That's right. That's right. I'm
Okay.
surprised they let him in there after the Tuck rule.
Yep. Well, hey,
Oh man,
They can't complain about that anymore.
inside
so
rumor said he may try to use his influence to bring a certain someone into either the front office or the coaching staff.
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
I thought they hated each other though.
That's what I
so was it
thought.
all an act? Did we get duped?
I think the media duped us.
I think they
Probably,
definitely had
yeah.
a lot of differences, but at the end of the day, they probably still love each other.
Would he
Animosity,
really,
yeah.
Would you stay with a boss that you hated for like 30 years, like it just or 20, whatever? You know what I mean?
No.
Like if they really were butting head,
I feel like they have like a real family type of relationship
yeah.
where like they butt heads, but they love each other at the end of the day because look at all they accomplished
Yeah.
together.
Well, I mean,
Crazy.
legends like forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Belichick was just on Brady's podcast again.
Yeah, they've been talking recently. Like
Yeah.
it's not
I'm sure they never stop talking.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like whatever. But I mean, it's also one of those things like when people that are friends like brothers or are brothers and get into arguments, it's like it can seem pretty like friendship ending to an outside perspective of like, oh, they're going
Yeah.
at it. Like that seems like fundamental
Oh, yeah.
differences.
I would
It's
hate
like,
to
no,
be under
at
the
end of
spotlight
day-
like that, where like anytime I got in a disagreement with somebody, it went viral.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like
Yeah, no, it's
Jack Bardsley snapped on the podcast
yeah,
again.
Jack Bardsley and Owen
Yeah.
Steele don't like each other anymore.
We should
like,
start putting that out. Like, yeah, watch this clip. Look at the way Jack side eyes Owen.
Yeah,
after he talks
exactly.
about-
BB4 boys feuding? Question
Yeah.
mark.
By the way, I'm sure you can find a lot of clips of Jack side eyeing me. By the way, yeah. Like
I
right
usually
now,
just
there
drop my
was.
head. When you get crazy, I usually just do
I
that.
don't even get crazy. This is the thing. This is what's annoying. Sometimes you're just trying to keep the energy up, and motherfuckers are not good at improv. That's what it is. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it right now. I'm saying it right now.
See, this is where the differences start, right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Planting the seeds.
We're feuding
planting the
now. We're
seeds.
officially beefing.
Write the articles and clip
We're
it.
officially beefing.
Yeah. Boston's Big Beef.
Boston's Big Beef.
I love it.
Yo.
That's the headline right there. Boston's big beef? Question mark.
Dude, honestly,
It's coming.
that's our thing. We open a beef shop. All proceeds pay artists to do shows in the city.
In the beef
Oh,
We
shop.
get
wow.
the sickest artists.
Put a stage in the beef shop.
Wow.
Oh, we did it. We cracked it, dude. We've been talking about what the city needed, and that's it. Boston's Big Beef. We're going to
Boston's
get
Big
beef
Beef.
3 ways. We're going to name them after artists.
People are
Actually,
gonna be
cut
like,
this out. Cut
people,
this out.
People are gonna be like, they're not even from the North Shore. These are South Shore kids. They can't make
Be like,
beef.
yeah, fuck the North Shore. South Shore does everything better. We're the best beefs. We'll do the best.
No one's gonna eat our beefs now.
We'll have the beefs and we'll have the bar pizza.
yeah, right.
Beefs
We'll
and
do
bar
both.
pizza.
Yeah, we'll bring the North Shore and the South Shore together. We'll have both.
That's right. Yeah,
Unity!
we'll show them once and for all.
Actually, we'll do a roast beef 3-way bar pizza. Just put the beef and the everything on the pizza. That's what we're gonna
That sounds like
dude.
pretty fucking epic.
do, right?
With a stage in the back so the artist can perform.
Get a little pizza and beef beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
And get a little pizza and beef after, dude. Whatever you want.
Oh, the gas in
Soda's
that
on
place.
tap right out of the gun. You know what I'm saying, dude? I'm ready to
We're
go.
beefing. We're beefing.
Oh my goodness. That
place would be gassed up.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
doing it. We just got to find a spot. Dude, we can make beefs. We know.
Yeah.
We know how to do it. We're the best at it. Get a little brioche, homemade. I can
Let's
do it.
get someone at Jamie's in Peabody to give us a lesson on how to make beefs.
No, we're gonna make our own. They'll be better. We know.
Dude,
know.
There's definitely a secret, way to
I
do
promise
it.
there's
know.
not.
I don't
think
know,
we
man.
can
I think they.
I think it has everything to do with the freshness of the beef, and people
Yeah,
on
well,
different
that's
days
true.
get better ones,
The
and that's why they'll
tenderness
say,
and
"Oh, it's better
yeah.
here now," or
You
it's
want it
better
to be
there now.
pink and not gray. Like that's all I know, basically.
Yeah, because it grays old meat.
Right.
You want it like you gotta
don't
find out
want
when
old
it gets
meat.
delivered, and
No, you
then
don't.
You want new meat.
if you
Fresh
know
meat.
when
Fresh
it gets
meat.
there and they slice it.
That
See
video,
that
you looking for
wait.
fresh meat.
Oh god!
You saw that video?
Hold on. What is this?
It's Eastman in a Walmart with a shark head on.
Yes, and the guy is like talking to you. Yeah.
He's like,
know.
I'm looking for fresh meat.
I put the hat, I put the thing on. Ferrero was filming me, and
Circa 2015 or something.
yeah, the guy was walking behind me, and I just heard somebody behind me, and I just looked. Hey, how you doing? With the shark hat on. Good. How you doing? And I said, good. Huh? I'm starving. and then I don't know if the guy didn't realize I was fucking funny or what, but he
You're wearing a shark head.
No, this guy's
turned
being dead
like-
serious.
he turned
He's like, this
around.
man doesn't make any sense.
He turned
You're
around
not a
like
shark. Get out of here.
he turned around dumbfounded looking at me, and I go, I'm looking for fresh meat.
He's like, wait a minute. This shark head comes right off.
Who's under the mask?
You're just a guy.
Scooby Doo and the Mystery Machine were looking for me.
Oh man,
But yeah, fresh meat.
That was a funny video.
that's another T-shirt.
You need fresh beef. You need fresh meat for the fresh beef. You know?
Well, for real, that's what I think. Why people have these like widely varying opinions on different places. It just is like when they got it.
Yeah.
They probably get like a slab for a week, and it probably comes in on Tuesday or something. And they just
The North Shore Beef Group is so funny because people are always changing their opinion on which one's the best. Like
that's why I think it's so subjective. And at
Yeah.
Boston's Big Beefs, we're just gonna have a rotation of fresh stuff all the time.
yeah, it's
guys.
always
Are
gonna
you
be the
kidding
best
me?
beefs. Always the best beefs.
We're gonna. You kidding me? We got cows out back. We're ready to go.
We're in a bond right now.
We're slaughtering cattle. Bring us your cattle.
We got that.
Did you hear
great
that?
impression. That was crazy. Oh, that wasn't you? I
No,
thought, oh, you're right. I forgot I got cows, actually.
there's 3 of them back there.
You know what's wild? The reason that Pepe, my baby bun rabbit, is the color scheme that he is because we actually thought he was a cow. So we were like, I guess we'll just keep him. But
You're like, this isn't one of the baby calves?
Did you flip
Yeah.
him over to see if he had udders, and that's how you realized?
we had like 6 or 7 cows come in, and then he came in, and I was like,
The runt of the litter.
yeah, I was like, one udder? I was like, weird.
That ain't right.
One little udder? I don't know what that is. So. But yeah, we kept him. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
No milk, but
That's fine.
he's all right.
He's lazy.
And he's a boy, I guess. We don't get milk out of boys.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, dude, cut this.
No, this is good. It's all hot. It's all hot. No, we got to talk
This
about.
is what happens when the boys get back.
Yeah.
We're at 125 right now, though. I don't know. Did
gets
you
a
need to
little
get out of
silly.
here?
I will soon. It's already
All right, one more
11:30.
Tell
thing.
us, yeah.
One more thing. I wore my Kelly Olynyk jersey because we want to talk about most obscure jerseys you've ever owned because I know you've had some of the most obscure jerseys, and this is a fun topic.
Fuck yeah.
All right, name them off.
All right, let's start with. I got to look at that text that I sent you.
You said Marcus Banks Celtics. That's the one that sticks out in my
Marcus
mind the
Banks
because
was-
that is so random. I didn't even know they sold those. Honestly.
Dude, first round draft pick.
He was.
I
remember
all over him.
He was like. I remember his first like press conference. He was like, "I fully intend to start." Like he was so cocky.
Oh, I
can't say
was
shit
I
like
was
that.
like, this dude's gonna be a beast. I'm like, Dad, that's the one I want.
Yeah.
So I had let's see, Marcus Banks. I had Champ Bailey for the Broncos. I had Amari Stoudemire when he wore number 1 for the Suns. D'Angelo Hall for the Falcons.
Wow.
Dontrell Willis, All-Star Game. Detroit. I think it was 2005.
That's fire.
Juan Gonzalez Rangers jersey. I still have that one.
Damn.
Get your popcorn out. I had Terrell Owens, Cowboys and Eagles jerseys.
Big T.O. fan.
Yep. Emeka Okafor.
I had an Emeka Okafor Bobcats jersey.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Orange?
I had the white one.
I had the orange
I had
one.
the white one.
I had this. It was long sleeve. It was a throwback football jersey, literal throwback when they wore the sweaters. Gail Sayers Bears jersey.
Damn.
Might be the only person to own both Roy Williams, the safety for the Cowboys, and Roy Williams, the receiver for the
That's
Lions.
the funniest thing ever. Because neither of those guys were like amazing players. They were decent.
No, Roy Williams was a good safety.
The defense, the defense of Roy Williams was pretty good. Hard hitting safety.
Yeah, but the receiver
But pretty
was
rare.
not.
I think you're the only person who had both Roy Williams jerseys.
I had those. One of my favorites when I was a kid. Still one of my favorites. But obviously some shit happened. But he's made up for it. I had Michael Vick Falcons. A lot of people had Michael Vick.
I had a Michael Vick Falcons that was black in the front and red in the back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like a home away combo thing.
I had let's see. Did I have any more
But I did get rid of it after the dog thing, and I regret that. Because I forgive him now, like you said.
well,
For killing dogs?
I kept it through the whole dog thing, and you remember I wore it over one of our friends'
I do remember
houses.
that. I do remember
No
that.
way, really?
And their mother was not too happy with that.
None too
Whatever.
pleased.
Yeah. His name's already been dropped, so I'm not going to do it again.
No, he did his
Yeah,
time
we're
for
taking
that.
him out, by the way, so don't drop any more names.
So,
Wait, you mean
but the ultimate obscure jersey that I had,
Ooh.
my favorite, Ricky Davis.
Ricky Davis.
Ricky Davis.
I've seen that one.
That one was a
You
classic.
still have that one?
I think I got it somewhere. If I
Okay.
don't, it got confiscated in the move,
Yeah. All right.
which sucks. But so I'll
That was
never
a
get
classic.
that one back.
That was a
But
classic.
I
That
had-
was like the time when the Celtics were so bad. It was like Paul Pierce, and then whoever the second or third best players were, they had to make a jersey for them too. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yep.
It was like we need to have more than one jersey to sell.
That was
So
Wally
it was like Wally
Zerbiak.
Zerbiak. Yeah, absolutely.
I did have a Rondo jersey. That one's not too obscure. I used to have fucking a million jerseys. I had all the jerseys. You know what? This one might top it, not as far as favorites, but as far as obscurity. I had a North Carolina Tar Heels number 23 football jersey, Michael Jordan.
Michael
No
Jordan
way.
didn't play football.
I know. It was a Michael Jordan football jersey.
That's
for
crazy.
North
Wow.
Carolina. Yeah.
Interesting.
I remember when like North Carolina Tar Heels anything was like that was what people
That
were
was the
wearing.
style.
That was the style.
Yeah. It was around that time that
Yeah.
I got that jersey. But yeah, I definitely have my fair share of obscure ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I had well, this one ain't so good anymore either. Jeez, I had like getting the Felons jerseys, I guess.
Aaron
'cause-
Hernandez.
No, I didn't. Honestly, I've looked back and almost been like, I should just go get one.
I have a Randy Moss jersey and it's 81. So sometimes people see it from the front. And they're like, "Is that Hernandez?" I'm like, "No, I wouldn't do that."
But no, I have Brandon Browner jersey for the Patriots.
That's fire.
Which shout out to Brandon Browner for that year, but then he went and got himself arrested for bad things.
True, but
I'm not
he
familiar,
played
but-
a big role in the Malcolm Butler interception.
Exactly.
He jammed that guy at the line.
Yep. But yeah, no, the obscure jerseys. My cousin had a lot of good ones too. He was a big Tennessee Titans fan. He had a Keith Bullock jersey.
That's random.
That was random. That was 1,000% random.
Like Steve McNair, Eddie George, you saw those a lot. But you
Yeah.
didn't see Keith Bullock.
He loved Keith Bullock. I don't
Eddie
know.
George was a popular jersey. Do you remember seeing a lot of Eddie George back in the day?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a Steve Francis Orlando Magic jersey.
Steve French.
Wow.
Steve French. And then I had, you know what's crazy? I never had a Vince Carter jersey. I never had a Tracy McGrady jersey.
I was thinking of getting a Vince Carter jersey for my dog.
Oh,
Carter.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't. There was a long time where, because I had so many jerseys, I didn't want to get the star.
Yeah.
I wanted somebody else.
I've always been the same way. I never want, like, I don't want a Jason Tatum jersey, and I love Jason Tatum, but I don't want the best player on the team.
Yeah,
I want, like, I don't know who like Drew Holiday or something, like on this current team, or like Derek White.
I got Jaylen Brown. If I didn't have a jersey.
Jalen's a good one.
If I didn't have a jersey for this team, though, I'd probably go Drew.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, we're gonna keep this going, make it more fun. Well, there's not really a star on the Red Sox. If it's not Devers, whose jersey you get on the Red Sox?
Currently?
Yeah.
Ooh. It's funny because last
Durant?
season I saw that the
No, he's a
number
bad
one
guy right now.
Again?
last season the
He was
number
saying
one
slurs,
selling
wasn't he?
jersey for the Red Sox was the jersey with nobody on the back. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which means they don't have like a super marketable
Yeah.
player. Duran,
I think he got past that.
I do
Probably,
like
but
Duran.
I just remember that was his scandal over the summer. Yeah, he got hot
God,
mic'd.
who would I get on this current team other than Devers? You said.
Yeah.
I don't love any of them, to be honest.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, I used to know like the lineup. I don't know. I'm there all the time too. I don't
Yeah.
like know who's playing anymore. Like, and they change so much. No
Yeah.
one's like loyal to a team.
yeah.
I mean, the team's not going to pay him either for some reason.
Let me look
but
at
I'm like,
the Red Sox roster right now. I'm drawing a blank because who? I mean, what I want. I don't want Tristan Cassis.
I'm taking Connor Wong.
Connor Wong. That's a good one. You're a catcher, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, you know who I would get? Bayo.
Brian Bayo.
Brian Bayo.
Okay.
Yeah. He had a rough year, but
Yeah. No, I liked him when he was coming up. I don't have Nesson. I can't watch the Bruins. I can't watch the Red Sox. So I
you
got
haven't been missing much lately.
no, but I just do it all off my phone.
Yeah.
And
No, Bayo had a rough year, but I think he has potential.
yeah, I liked I don't know. I just the way Wong plays. He plays all over.
And I do like the way Duran plays.
Yeah, I like
Just
Durant.
wish he didn't say that.
Yeah.
don't say this.
All right. So I don't even know who's on the Bruins besides Marchand and
Bruins
McAvoy
currently.
and Swayman.
What about the Weymouth boy, Charlie Coyle? You got to get a Charlie Coyle jersey.
Yeah, I'd probably get a Charlie Coyle jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd have to. Right?
Yoshida, actually. I could get a Yoshida jersey.
Masa. All right.
Well, Bergeron was one to get before he left. But
Yeah, and Marchand's a great one, too.
I
Sure, yeah.
have McAvoy, so
Right,
that McAvoy's not bad.
What about the Patriots? What jersey? Well, Drake May, I guess. That's
No, he's the star. You can't pick
Oh,
the
all
star.
right. I would say, well, Christian Gonzalez, you could say, is a star also at this point. I
All
would
right,
pick
so
him.
all right.
I'd pick
Yeah.
Christian
I
Gonzalez.
mean, the quarterback's always going to be like the biggest star, I feel like. So, yeah, no Drake May.
Yeah.
Gonzalez, that's a good one. I'm pissed because I would have taken Jabril Peppers.
He's not a good guy.
No.
picking all these bad guys.
I know. He was a dog, though, on the field.
He's a dog for sure.
Yeah.
Does being a bad guy make you good at sports?
Hey,
Is that
I think, well, at least football.
I think being good at sports makes you a bad guy.
yeah.
All
Probably.
right, so you know what? I'm going to go with my guy, Keon White.
Keon White, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I haven't seen any of those.
If we're going offense and not Drake May,
Mondre.
I like Mondre a lot. I'm a big Mondre fan. I think not just for the sake of having an obscure jersey. I've been big on KJ Osborne for like 2 years. I don't know.
Okay.
Just something about him. He's a wide receiver 3. He's not great, but
Okay.
I just like him. I don't know. I like the way he
You like
plays.
the grit?
Yeah.
You seem to have a good eye for it, so you could be correct. Yeah.
I
He's a
mean,
dirt dog.
yeah. So I'd probably go KJ Osborne.
All right. I might get a Joey Sly jersey.
Yo, Joey Slides,
The most jacked kicker in the history of the NFL. This dude, oh my god.
Juicing? Yes or no?
I don't know. I don't know
could
why he
certainly
needs
join
such
the
big
league if he
arms to
was.
kick a football, but it's crazy.
Damn. That's
Biggest
crazy.
arms I've ever seen for a kicker.
Oh, I went to one of them preseason games. I went to the Eagles game, and I went to some training camp. And just
Yeah.
you just
A
see
monster.
him. He's walking around like Schwarzenegger.
He's probably
back
out
there.
benching a lot of other guys on the team,
Oh yeah.
which is funny for a kicker. Most obscure jersey I've ever owned has to be Jake Plummer, Arizona Cardinals jersey.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Emeka Okafor, like you said. I had a Terrell Davis Broncos jersey.
Okay. Terrell Davis was my favorite running back for a while.
Yeah, he was great. If we're including T-shirts, like the Red Sox jerseys,
Yep.
I've had Edgar Renteria.
Oh.
Yeah, when
All right.
because there was a lot of hype when we got him, and then
Oh,
he
yeah.
sucked.
Edgar Rentarek.
Yeah, I had Daisuke Matsuzaka, same thing, a lot of hype.
Growing up, I had a Mo
Hump in
Vaughn.
the air.
Mo Vaughn, that's
Yeah.
legendary.
Yeah, that's a legendary
That's
one.
I don't know
legendary.
if it's still around, but I had one, and then I had.
I wish I had a Mo
Nomar.
Vaughn.
No
Nomar's
man.
classic. I have a Nomar now. I just bought one like a couple years ago. Just for
Nomar
like
was
a-
the man, dude.
Nomar was the man. Nomar was Tom Brady before Tom Brady.
Yeah, yeah,
Just without
yeah.
the championships.
He was, dude.
But he was the superstar in the city who was dating the hot girls. And, like, he was Tom Brady before Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady took it to another level, obviously, and like that was the late '90s were like a dark time for Boston sports. We hadn't done anything in a while, but Nomar was like our savior. He was God.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, a
cool.
little bit.
He was
He was.
slick. He always checked his gloves, dude. He had his thing.
That was
Every
like
kid
a
was
crazy
doing that.
superstitious thing. He wasn't even adjusting his gloves; he was just touching them. Like
Yeah.
it was just a weird superstitious
Hey,
thing. He had
you got your
going on.
things. Get you in the zone. Flow state, baby.
Every kid in T-ball and Little League around
I
here
was doing it. I was doing it.
Everybody stole those manners. You just be like
I was doing it.
something weird, you know, like
Yeah.
flipping the bat around, you know,
Yeah.
like a little like shake.
all
and
just
like
thought we were
this
Nomar.
doesn't mean anything.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
So speaking of
Also, me
influences,
never got a hit.
speaking of influences on us when we were young, this Boston sports icon shaped my early days of basketball. Care to take a guess?
KG?
Shaped your early days of basketball. So not Paul Pierce. Was it Paul Pierce?
No.
Antoine Walker.
And he's a Celtic? Antoine Walker.
I'd hit a three, and I'd be running down the court at 8 years old like this.
Oh yeah,
waving to the
Oh
crowd.
yeah, no, because he would do like this thing all the time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he would be like doing
Oh,
that.
dude,
So I
such a
would-
showman. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
I remember doing that stuff at basketball, and oh my god, yeah. And I wore a headband because of Paul Pierce playing basketball.
All right.
So that was
Sometimes you gotta.
yeah.
What about football for you? Any Patriots influence you?
I mean, not in particular, really. To be
Teddy
honest.
Bruschi.
What about any?
Yeah, I had a
Owen-
Bruschi jersey.
Owen feels
yeah.
like a Teddy Bruschi guy to me.
Yeah.
Teddy Bruschi. Yeah, it's funny. And playing football, I always probably should have been a linebacker. I tried to
You
be
look
an
like a
end.
linebacker.
Somebody told me that a little too late. Once I was end the whole time, and I probably wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
You're a
I
linebacker.
like, you know, it is what it is. But it's not like I was gonna make it to the league anyways.
No, you could have been somebody.
You could have if they put you at linebacker.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man, look at us rid of barn. We could have been in a mansion right now.
A mansion with a barn.
Yeah, this thing is barn. It would have been finished. We'd had everything with the electricity up and down. We're like,
You kind of have a Brewski kind of look to you, though. I feel like you're...
Teddy Bruschi spoke at my work one time.
Really?
Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
That is interesting.
Also, David Ortiz did.
Wow.
And John Cena. We talked about John Cena last night.
Shout out John Cena.
So
Are you sure John
so
Cena
it's just
spoke at
like
your work, though?
words?
Corporations they just get a guy do
So
motivational
you're
speaking.
sure that John Cena spoke?
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
He was there.
Okay, he was
I
there.
believe so. I took a video and the stage had John Cena on the audio. I assumed he was somewhere backstage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but everyone was cheering, so I thought that
He
was
must have been there somewhere. I'm sure.
Did they
Yeah,
hit his music?
No. He actually was there to a lot of Chinese people at my company, so he was showing off his Mandarin. There was a Q&A and somebody in Mandarin spoke to him and he spoke back and the guy was like, "Oh,
No
you weren't
shit.
lying." Yeah, cuz half of his speech was about learning stuff on your markets and he brought WWE to China. So he was by doing that, he learned Mandarin to do their videos in their language. So like that's how he started learning it.
No shit.
So it was this whole, know your product thing, because obviously he knows nothing about technology like that. As far as I know, that's not his like specialty.
Yeah.
But his, it was interesting. Yeah, they all do that. Teddy Bruschi came and he talked about like he had the aneurysm and stuff like. So he talked about that.
How
and
he's sick in the head.
Yeah, exactly. How he's all messed up.
Yeah, he's had a couple
I'm really
strokes
dark
at
and
this point.
twisted.
Was it a stroke or an aneurysm? I thought he had an aneurysm in his
He had
head.
a stroke.
I think they're similar. I think they're symptom. Maybe one is like
Definitely
a symptom of the
similar.
other. But yeah, I think it was a stroke actually. But he may have had an aneurysm. But scary stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Serious
fun.
stuff.
The only you guys were talking about obscure jerseys, and I never had any like that. Like I had a Brady jersey, I had a Brewski jersey, I believe, and then I think we like shared the Brewski one. It was just like a big one that like everyone would take if you like had to
That's
wear.
funny.
And
My
then,
dad had a Brewski jersey at one point.
yeah, well, he was a great one to have, and
yeah.
and just like the Red Sox stuff. But it's just funny like that. Brewski was able to, he's like, we saw him one time. My uncle ran the Boston Marathon, and we were on like the sides watching for him. Teddy Bruschi was just like walking into a hotel, and my mom was like, "Teddy!" And then he turned and looked. He didn't like see who we were. It was a crowd of people, but it's like it was him, and we were like, "Oh, you're right there."
That's awesome.
It's so funny seeing celebrities out in the wild because it doesn't feel real.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw Rajon Rondo at a hotel in New York once, just like in the lobby, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Didn't you see?
He walked like right by me coming out. He
Yeah.
was coming in, and I was like, he was like pretending to be on the phone. I don't think he was on the phone, dude.
Didn't
Probably.
Didn't you party with Jamal Crawford in Las Vegas or something?
No,
Dude's famous.
no, Evan Turner.
Evan Turner.
Evan
Wow.
Turner. I did not party with him. He was.
I'm
in
trying
like,
to pick you up here, bro.
He was in the VIP section, and I took a selfie. Of
Oh,
him.
so it looked
he was
like you were
behind
there?
the wall, and I was in front of the wall, so you could tell I was not with him. I was-
I got you.
Close
but,
enough.
But he was cool. I was like, "Oh, I'm a big Celtics fan." He was like, "Oh, he was nice about it." I listened to a podcast with him recently. He's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Evan Turner's a funny guy.
It's funny, just in the same vein, I but was in the same place as Joe Mazzulla recently, not giving any metadata there.
Joe walked through the streets
Is
of.
that why he sat completely by himself with security away? in
Joe
the back?
walked through the streets of the North End holding the trophy. He loves being out with the people. He's not hiding his location.
He
loves being-
did bring the he brought the trophy to the Fowler House in Quincy.
Yeah, he's
Crazy,
been
yeah.
he's been
So, and I'm out in my family here because my aunt works there. So if you're in there, you better tip my aunt.
I've
fucking
been there
well.
a bunch, actually. Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, she I guess Joe Mazzulla brought the fucking trophy in there.
Yeah, he was going all over the place with it.
Shout out to it, man of the people.
Hell yeah. I do gotta kind of get going.
Yeah,
though.
we'll wrap you up. I know we're way past the bedtime, so thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having
We're
me.
gonna
guys.
get some Yeah You merch printed up soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, you.
Mass Made Media, check it out. Check out Easty the Muscle on Instagram, and check out Boston's Big Four and Boston's Big Podcast because he's back.
And subscribe to the YouTube.
Make sure you keep coming back. We're gonna have some sports. We're gonna have more artists, and we're gonna have some fucking fun.
And we got Easty back.
Yes, sir.
Easty's
Let's
back.
ride.
Yeah, you.
Back again.
Yeah, you.